Here we go again, Blades. It is match day. It is attack, 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 attack. The lineup looks ridiculous. Our lineup is me, Hal Stewart, and let's bring in good Nick.
Hi!
Well, I mean, there's really only one place to start, which is hello, Internet. Thank you for joining us. This is your alternative commentary. We have got team news, and Nick, it is not what we expected.
Crazy one. It's a crazy one. It's an absolutely mental one.
Talk me through it.
I will do. Right. Here we go. This is it. So, first of all, Billy Sharp back in the team. You'll love to see it. I thought out of the two, it would have been McBurney up top tonight, if I'm being completely honest. For some reason, I'm watching the Derby match. That's not what I want to be watching right now. But yeah, sorry, back to this. Brewster,
don't worry, starts on the telly at 7:45. You're on the right channel. Yeah. Everyone else who's watching it on Sky, calm down. Nick is throwing cats amongst pigeons. And also, I just want to say, before all the comments come in, we're aware it's not going to be a 4-3-3. Sorry, Nick, carry on.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we are aware of that. It's just we didn't have time to change everything, but you can't explain that on social media. So, everybody, this is what we're expecting to see. So, we're expecting to see Ramsdale in goal, the back four, as you can see on screen, which is a bit crazy that we're seeing Jack Robinson playing left back instead of Osborne. 2 left backs on the bench, which is a bit crazy. 3 full backs on the bench, which I haven't seen for a very, very long time. But Basham's back in. That's what we love to see. That's what I've been banging on about. I think Basham definitely needs to play next to Egan. Then what we believe is it's going to be Norwood probably either on the right or left of the central defensive midfielders. Berger next to him. McGoldrick in a slightly more advanced role, we'd say. And then Sharp up top with Burke and Brewster either side of him. What do you think, Cal?
4-2-1-3. All-out attack. Here we go. It's absolutely ridiculous. You've really got a 10, a winger, 2 strikers, 2 deep-lying playmakers, and 3 centre-backs and a right-back.
Yeah, and this is going to be one of those games where we're saying, oh, this is an absolute masterstroke, or this is going to be an absolute disaster. So
can I shock you?
Go on.
This reminds me of Chris Wilder's Southampton away experiment. Do you remember when we were talking about this is either going to be a masterstroke or it is going to completely fall apart? Now, I'm not saying this is going to fall apart. I actually really like an attacking lineup like this, particularly after I saw how many shots Swansea conceded against Blackburn Rovers in their previous game. But I will just throw that out there to say, do you remember
that? Yeah, definitely. And I'm excited. I'm really excited to see this. I'd much rather us go hell for leather and try and score goals. I'd rather outscore a team than beat a team 1-0. Every week, I'd rather see us score 4 goals and let 3 in than it be a 1-0 kind of boring win. So let's go for it. Let's try and score goals. We've got umpteen strikers that have scored lots and lots of goals. Billy Sharp scored multiple 20-plus goals in the Championship in his career. McBurney has. He's on the bench. Brewster has scored a lot of goals for Swansea the season before last. Burke is also a footballer. McGoldrick scored quite a few goals in the Championship. We know how good he is. Sander Berger is incredible. So let's just see what happens, Hal. Let's just see what happens. Obviously, let's quickly run through the bench. Ferrett's on the bench. I think, obviously, he looks to be the number 2 goalkeeper these days, as opposed to League One Wes was last season. Fleck down to the bench, which I'm quite happy about because I thought Fleck was really poor against Birmingham, and I actually don't think he deserved to keep his place. But there were a few players that were like that. McBurney's obviously on the bench. I'm sure we'll see him at some point in the game, whether we're winning, losing, or drawing. Luke Freeman on the bench too, which is nice to bring on later on if we can. Well, if we're trying to kind of unlock the door. Bogle, it'd be nice to see him brought on at some point and not kind of just throw every striker in the world on the pitch, which we've kind of started with. Osborne and Norrington Davis. It's nice to see competition in different positions, Hal. But the thing that we haven't got is competitions on the wings because for some reason we are playing strikers on the wings constantly.
Yeah, maybe Bogle can convert one day to a right winger. I think you just said something that really made me laugh. We've got every striker at the club on, and then you think, Ollie McBurney, how does he feel? He's the only striker that hasn't made it. Jebison as well, not even part of the party. Ollie McBurney, I've got some quotes ahead of facing off against his old team. Do you want to hear what he had to say?
I think I've heard it, but go for it. Let everybody else know.
I think I've heard it. No one wants to hear you say that.
You did this to me last night, so I'm just giving it back to you. Nathan Dyer, Leicester City, do you remember?
That was a different thing. You asked me, did I know that he was a Premier League winner? Yeah, of course I did.
You just asked me, do you want to hear these quotes?
Well, just say, no, I don't want to hear them. Just say, I don't want to hear them then. Right, we'll move on. We'll do the next bit. Right, what he said is, I've got to be respectful, I think, when it comes to that situation being the fact that he supports Swansea. But let's just hope I get the chance to score a goal first. I had some great years there and got to know some very good people there who I'm still in contact with. It will be good to see people after the game. But until the final whistle goes, it'll be game head on. I went there to Swansea as a kid, really, and I left as a man. I mean, if this is Ollie McBurney as a man with his current behaviour, I'd hate to see Ollie McBurney as a kid. But he says, I am a footballer at the end of the day. I'm here to play football. I'm here to play football. And that's what hopefully will take the headlines. I am a big Ollie McBurney fan. Nick, your thoughts? Okay, that's just because he's blocked you on Twitter, isn't it?
It blocked me on Twitter because I was spouting off the truth, the absolute truth. All I said was he's more hassle than he's worth. But off the field, he's done so many things that have caused us problems. So he's not been good enough on the pitch for us to take all the negativity off the pitch, in my opinion.
All right, fair enough. I do want to just take a moment as well to remind you to like this video. Please do hit like. It allows more people to see it and get involved. Also, we are so close to 13k subscribers. We are getting towards single digits. So
we're hitting that. We're hitting that tonight, Hal. Don't you worry about that.
We need to hit it tonight. So if you haven't subscribed yet, but you're watching this, please help us get to 13k. That'd be incredible for the channel. Stuart Davis, wow, what a legend. $4.99 with 4 strikers. Let's hope for less of a mishmash up front like it turned out against Birmingham. Maybe if they all start, they will settle in more. Up the Blades.
It does worry me a little bit, mate, because we saw that against Birmingham when we just kept throwing strikers on the pitch, but we weren't creating the chances. So I hope that is different today, but that's my worry.
Interesting. By the way, if you're not familiar with that comment below, there's Ollie McChicken, which is a reference to a viewer who told us they had some chickens that they purchased in the family and they wanted to name them after Sheffield United players. So we asked you, dear viewer, to come up with names. We had some really awful suggestions, Lise Mooseegg being one of them. You can see us all laughing there. And also Ollie McChicken amongst other good ones. We might try and come up with a theme for later on today. Also, let us know where you're watching around the world and we will bring you up on screen while I just let you know the Swansea City team in a matter of seconds. I will tell you that Swansea will be looking to bounce back following their opening day defeat that I mentioned, Nick, against Blackburn Rovers. Swansea play now at the Liberty Stadium. Their captain is Matt Grimes, who began his career at Exeter, and Russell Martin is their manager, and his side were well beaten against Blackburn last weekend, and the scoreline could have been far more, but their keeper, Stephen Bender, did give away a penalty in that game, but he also made some good saves. Martin has replaced Steve Cooper, who left just weeks before the season kicked off. And Martin has joined the Jacks from MK Dons. You might remember, Nick, Martin as a defender for both Norwich and Scotland.
Yes, I do remember. I do, mate. I do.
Well, he actually won 29 caps as well, despite being born in Brighton.
That's very good. Well done. Well done. Shall we bring up where everybody's from?
Yeah, please do. Please do.
We've got a California Blade. We've got a Sheffield Blade. We've got a...
You're going to read them all out, are you?
We've got a Provo, Utah Blade.
Hey, Jim. Good to have you along, buddy.
Oh, it's Jim Phipps. Oh, my God. I didn't even realise that. It's the James that put me off. We've got a... Oh, no. Oh, it keeps moving. I'm not happy with that.
Right, great. Bring them up on screen. Don't need to read them out. Corey Smith and Liam Walsh, both missing from the Swans team. We've got it running along the ticker at the bottom. Fun fact, Russell Martin, their manager, has been a vegan since 2014. He is also the owner of the Erpingham House restaurant. It's the largest vegan restaurant in the UK, and he's a Buddhist.
There you go. Thank you very much, Hal. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I think people care more about where people are from, actually.
I mean, you can keep reading them out if you like. One thing I will say is Statsman Adam has come up with what Watchalong could stand for today, which is welcome another triumphant campaign here. All Lord, our new gaffer.
Very good. Adam's great at those. Way better than I was.
He's better than some. Yeah, I wasn't going to say. Right, shall we do the quiz, which is Sheffield United and Swansea related?
Let's do this.
All right, ready for question number 1. Okay. Who played in goal for the Blades 7th of May 2011 away at Swansea? Do you remember this game, Nick? Do you have any idea? Don't give it away, but just let me know.
I don't remember the game, but I think I know the answer.
You don't remember it, do you? So do please pop in the comments, and Nick will bring it up on screen when we see some answers for that one. Who played in goal for Sheffield United on the 7th of May 2011 away at Swansea? And one thing we noticed really with the Birmingham match is that the way this quiz works is you do actually have to guess for it to move on and finish. So do pop your comments in, and that way it's over quicker. Have you got your telly on with the volume?
No.
He's such an amateur. Is it Steve Simonson? It's not Simo. It is Martin Ruston. You are not rusty, sir. It is George Long. So good knowledge. We're going to move on to question number 2, which is Nathan Dyer. Remember him, Nick? Was on loan at United in 2008 and 9. Who was Sheffield United manager, though, that brought him in? Do you know this one, Nick? It's hard to remember, isn't it? Seasons and knowledge of, like, at the time, you can't believe you'd ever forget. But it's funny that when someone asks you years and years on.
I think I know who it is, but I'm not going to say.
That easy. All right, don't say. So who was the Sheffield United manager in 2008-9 when Nathan Dyer? Well done. Lots of you correctly saying Kevin Blackwell. That is the answer we were after. The next one is guess the player from his career stats. We have no Bobby in the background today, so it is just Nick and I on our own. Nick, if you wouldn't mind bringing up the career stats, and we will shuffle to each side. Have a look at the career stats and tell me by popping in the comments, always do that, who this player is. Now, they started their youth career at Arsenal. They then played for the Hammers. They went on loan to Swansea, having not made a league appearance for West Ham. Obviously did well enough with the Jacks to get signed permanently, then came to Sheffield United in 2010-11 before going back to Swansea, again to play hundreds of games. England under-16 international.
And if you don't get this, you are locking up, guys. I'm sorry. Because this is such an easy one. We've already had a few. There we go. Britain Lee. Okay. Leon Britton, a.k.a. Hal Lookalike. Lots and lots of Leon Britton.
And Bobby in the background did make us this wonderful proof before he went. God, he does not half look like me with the beard.
A bit.
Do you want to just a little bit? All right, maybe, it might be for a matter of opinion. But anyway, great work again, Bobby. Final question with the quiz before we get back to team shape and talking about everything for this game. Swansea now play at the Liberty Stadium. What was the name of their old ground?
Not a Scooby-Doo, Hal. I'm going to be honest with you, mate.
You never went, I assume?
Never went. Don't even know when the Liberty Stadium opened.
Well, have you been to the Liberty Stadium?
I haven't even been to the Liberty Stadium, being honest.
Okay, so it's.
Ooh,
you think you've seen one?
I think I've seen 2.
Okay, 2 that you think might be the correct answer. It opened in 2005, by the way. The Liberty Stadium. The Vetch Field is absolutely the correct answer. That's what we were looking for. I've got to say, you've done really well in the comments. Appreciate all of you getting in touch with that. Well done.
Loads of them. The Sheep Field. Close. We're going to
put your Blades team running along the bottom as we speak so that you can have a little look if you have just joined us at that. The referee for this one is Keith Stroud. He of Blowing a kiss at the ball fame, Nick, the referee for tonight. Keith Stroud will be refereeing United's trip to Swansea, the 52-year-old referee. 4 Swansea games he did last season. How many do you think Swansea won?
17.
He did 4 Swansea games last season.
I heard what you said.
Okay. Swansea
1.
drew 2 and lost 2. So he has not overseen a Swans win for some time. Shroud was ref for United's game against Brentford in 2013, you might remember, which saw 4 penalties, 9 yellow cards, and 3 reds.
Wowzers, incredible. But he should have been straight up sacked for that kiss blow. Get a grip,
I like
mate.
it. Hey, look, football, it's all entertainment.
Embarrassing. It's not entertaining, it's embarrassing. You're a grown man, mate. Grow up, get a life, referee a game, take your payment, piss off.
Hot takes.
It's the late night show.
Not yet, Nick. Not yet. The Watershed is 9 o'clock. So anyway, it's a family channel, and the last blade to score at the Liberty. Who do you think that was?
Ooh, it was. Oh, I haven't got a clue because it wasn't in the last game, was it?
No, the last game.
1-0.
That's right. Who scored that?
Ollie McBurney-Pal.
It was Ollie McBurney-Pal on Saturday, the 19th of January, 2019, a game where we had 12 shots and they had 11. Cannot believe that we didn't get a draw in that. By the way, the question is a bit of a trick question. The last blade to score at the Liberty is actually Rhian Brewster, of course, for Swansea. But I'll be nicer. The last blade to score at the Liberty for SUFC, Lee has said Morgan. Chris Morgan, it wasn't actually. He did score. He scored a lovely lob, little chip goal. I think it was Brian Howard, was it, who headed the ball on, and then he put it in. But it wasn't Morgan who scored the last one. The last time a Blades player scored there was the 26th of September 2009. Again, we didn't win. I mean, Swansea will be looking for a 4th consecutive win against the Blades. The Blades' last win against Swansea away, 1958. We haven't won as well the first away game of the season too often. Just 2 in the last 31, and not since we beat Oldham back in 2011-12. So, ominous signs. And Swansea conceded just 16 goals at home in the Championship last season.
Crazy, mate. What else is crazy is Super Dingus giving us £5. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Do you want to read his comment, Al?
Yes, the Liberty Stadium has actually been renamed Swansea.com Stadium. Ugh. I don't believe it either when I first saw it. And the answer has come in correctly from Lee. Stephen Quinn did score in our 2-1 loss. I'll tell you what, we got some very clever blades. Where were you for the Birmingham watch-along?
There we go. They're only coming for me. That's why.
You're only here for Nick. I did enjoy Johnny saying the banter won't be flying tonight because we've got you back.
Yeah, me too. I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed it. Thanks, Johnny.
I do want to thank Steve. Steve, you are, I have to say, one of our most fervent supporters. I haven't used that word for ages. And it is absolutely brilliant. I really appreciate it. £5. How confident are you guys tonight? Nick, do you want to go first?
Oh, I wasn't confident until I saw the team. And I'm just excited to see us. Oh, I've seen us on TV right now.
Nathan Dyer.
Did
you know?
For both teams.
He won the Premier League with Leicester City.
I didn't know that. Tell me more, Hal.
He did. Thank you, Steve. I'll tell you what, I'm now seeing the team. I'm very confident.
Very confident. I think I'm just more excited.
I'm really excited. Aidan, thank you very much. 99p. Cream egg time. Do they still sell those?
Oi. Of course they do. They don't sell marathons, though. So if you want a marathon, you can't get one, Hal.
Yeah, I entered a marathon once. Got peanuts and caramel all over me. Right. We've got the reminder to like and subscribe at the bottom. Also, I'd like to take this opportunity to say that we are sponsored by Manscaped, manscaped.com. Use the promo code TSUW, which stands for, Nick?
The Chef United. Oh, I forget. Way, obviously. There you go. It's on screen. Oh, it would have been on screen. Bobby
Where's
not being
Bobby?
Here. Where's Honestly. Bobby when you... There we go.
He's off celebrating.
Manscaped.com. Use the code TSUW. Hal, what does it stand for?
The Chef United way. Ale. You can't say it without if you do it in a singy-songy way. You get 20% off and free shipping. We are just 10 minutes ladies and gentlemen, away from kickoff.
We've not said that for a while, have we?
I thought we should bring it back. Let's also
really
bring back on screen the team for today, so we can have a look again. If you are just joining, I've noticed a lot of new joiners pop in. I don't think it's going to be a 4-3-3. I do think we might see an all-out attack. It's possible as well that we could be seeing wingers, Nick. And if that's the case, Sharp's up front on his own. What do you think to that?
I just don't think Ryan Brewster wants to be stood out on the wing on his own. Like you say, it could be right. He could be up front on his own, but I don't think Ryan Brewster wants to be there. It might not even be that. You don't know. It might be something completely different. They might line up slightly different. It might be, like you say, 4 across the middle with Brewster on the left, Burke on the right, and then McGoldrick just behind Sharp. We don't know. We just don't know.
We just don't know. That is one thing we don't know. What we do know is we need you to help us get to 13K for the best Sheffield United fan content from Nick and I. Subscribe to the Sheffield United Way YouTube channel, podcasts with former and current players. We've got a really great couple coming up once Nick's edited them. Fans forums, watch-alongs for every televised game. Do subscribe. It is free.
It is. And do you want me to tell you how many current subscribers we have, Hal?
Tell me that we're still so desperately close to 13K, but that we can just get across the line, hopefully before kickoff.
Yes, I think so. 12,996.
That's very, very close. Very close.
4 away, guys.
Ben's made the point that a few other people have, that we could be playing a Ben Brereton Diaz Chilean 3-3-1-3, which I have to say, I think I would be too excited.
Wait, let's bring that up on screen. So what? A 3-1-3-3. Go on, tell me how that works.
All right, so the 3 at the back would be Egan, Basham, and Jackie Longthrow.
Yeah.
Then you'd have to have Baldock, Berger, and Norwood.
Okay.
Then McGoldrick. Then, obviously, your 3 there.
No, I don't like that. I don't like it.
I don't like it. But that has to be it, unless I've got something wrong. I think that has to be the way that a 3-3-1-3 would work. I mean, Chile are famous for playing it. Does it work for them? Well, I think you only need to look at how many World Cups they've won. Now, of course, they've done very, very well for the size of the country. So, yeah, it could be very exciting. Very much all-out attack. By the way, Twitch, we are now on Twitch.
We are on Twitch. Absolutely right. Hopefully, there's some people in the comments on Twitch. So if you are, drop us a comment. There we go. Twitch is the way forward, Joel. Absolutely, mate. Well, I don't know it, to be honest. We've just given it a bash, haven't we, Hal? Just giving it a bash.
A Chris Basham is what we've given it. Do I know anything about Twitch? Do I? Balls. I can say that because we're sponsored by Manscaped, who have ball deodorant, which we will tell you more about at halftime. But if you do buy anything from Manscaped, use that promo code TSUW because it helps keep the lights on at Sheffield United Way Towers. Also, some other really big news. I have to say, I'm really excited. Aren't you a bit old for Twitch? I'll tell you, we are so in touch with the young. We are young.
Don't say that.
We're very young. I'm a radio presenter, and I introduce songs like "Here's Another Pop Record" from a band who the youth are enjoying with their cassette tapes. We are very much our finger on the pulse. And it's only earlier today that I rented a video of it was a very good film. Actually, I don't know if you've seen it, Jurassic Park. It's really good. It's got a dinosaur, a T-Rex, in the correct pose. Anyway, Nick, you were going to say something more important.
Not even Jurassic World, Jurassic Park.
I'm not actually a fan of any of them.
Oh, Charlotte won't be happy with you, mate. She absolutely loves, for some reason, Jurassic Park and Spider-Man. She can't get enough of
I don't like that either. Can I shock you?
Go on.
I prefer the book. No, the book's really good. Anyway, book's really good. Ben Davis, bit of news about that. We're very excited. This is not a drill. Sheffield United are going to sign 2 players. We know that Ronaldo Vieira, who is originally not from Leeds, but grew up in that area, went to York College, the same college as me. He has been back in Leeds. He had to do that isolation time after coming from Italy, where he was playing with his club Sampdoria. He was on loan last season at Hellas Verona. Didn't play many games. He has been injury plagued, but on his day, he's a fantastic player. Some great clips of him on YouTube. Yeah, I know every player looks good on YouTube, but he is going to join on loan. That'll be a loan with a view to buy. Now, he won't come cheap. This will be big money if United do decide to actually pursue that. We're talking like the like of £8 million, that kind of thing. And Ben Davies will be a loan without the option to buy. And that's something that Sheffield United did want, but Liverpool don't want. Both of those will get announced very, very soon. But it's like everything nowadays. Transfers don't just happen like Danny Ings. Everyone hears about it. But Nick, you excited?
Yeah, absolutely. The only worry for me is that from that first game against Birmingham, felt like we needed a bit of a spark. And bringing in a defensive midfielder and a centre-back doesn't excite me that much. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Also, speaking of that, this comment here, Slav's interviews are a tough watch. Thoughts?
Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Well, you know my thoughts.
Yes, I do know, and you know my thoughts. So thanks for throwing me under the bus there, Hal.
Do you know what it is?
Right, I'll be honest.
We've not ever had a foreign manager, have we? So we've got used to play managers like Warnock and Wilder who just speak in a way that we as fans speak. So maybe we're just not used to a foreign manager. That might be it.
I don't think it's just that, because there's a lot of foreign managers out there that speak really good English, and the problem is...
He speaks really good English. No, he does. He's fluent. He's fantastic. I'm not having a go at the way he speaks or anything like that. I want to make this very, very clear. I just find sometimes he kind of holds back, I think, on what he's actually wanting to say. Gives quite short answers sometimes.
But that's every manager. Every manager.
Nah, but it's not. That's what I'm saying. Warnock, Bassett, Wilder, they used to give really long answers.
We've been lucky. That's all it is. We've been lucky. Yeah. There's a lot of managers out there who manage different teams these days that they just don't want to be tripped up. That's what it is. And I feel like Slav, because he's used to the English media, because it famously said that he doesn't like the English media, just jokingly. Right.
So you think he's holding it back? I think, I want to make this really clear. I think his English is fantastic. I mean, it's certainly a lot better than my Serbian. So that's not what I'm drawing. I'm not having to go at that at all. I just think he sometimes holds back and he could give more away, which maybe you're right. We've been treated to very honest managers, maybe sometimes too honest.
Did you see?
We're wearing the home kit.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about when the referee went up to the ball and went...
He thought about it like a birthday cake, but he didn't blow. Anyway, the really exciting news is it will be a year ago that Nick and I first did videos together. It's our kind of 1 year anniversary. We've still never met each other.
Weird, isn't it? It's weird to say that.
Very strange.
But you do live a million miles away from me, though.
Yeah. So do you want to announce the big news?
I'll let you do it.
Well, we could keep it a secret.
Are people that bothered?
Oh, I think now we've made it like that. By the way, the Swansea formation, as I predicted on our match preview, please watch those, is a 3-1-4-2. Russell Martin has been kind of interchanging it. Sometimes he does the 3-4-3. He's gone with the 3-1-4-2. That will be interesting. They've got so many young players that we're not that familiar with. They did get rid of Ayew, who was their kind of main danger man. And I don't know this team quite as well. And I'll be honest with you, my Premier League knowledge when I was doing these watch-alongs, I think is quite good. My Championship knowledge, I really just haven't followed it for 2 years. So I'm a little bit out of the loop. Now, Sky have us again playing a 4-4-2. Well, that's, you know what? It's possible that it could be, but I don't think personally it's going to be a 4-4-2.
No, I don't know where they've got them headshots from as well, Hal. What do you think about
that? It's a bit of a bone of contention for us. Is the headshots. By the way, this is a watch along, so we will be commentating on the game. If you want to watch the game, you have to get Sky Sports or ESPN wherever you are. If you're in a market that isn't one of the markets they don't broadcast to, you can buy it on SUTV. But we are going to be just doing a watch along, which is what it sounds like. We're watching it along with you. We will give you regular time checks. You can pause us if we're ahead, and you can pause your TV if your TV is ahead.
Appreciate that. First time anyone's ever said they miss me. That's brilliant. I love that.
All right, before kickoff, give them the big news.
Me and Hal are meeting up. Hal's coming to the Huddersfield game, the next home game, with me. Aren't you, Hal?
I am so excited. We'll just say, if you see either of us before the game, please know I'm always delighted to meet you. Nick, though, does charge £5 for an autograph. You'll be able to see him behind his merch stand, where we'll be selling half and half scarves, half Hal, half Nick. But I'm more than happy to greet you. It will be, as I say, will be a different story with Nick, who's quite protective over his image rights. So you've also got to ask before you take a photograph. But with me, get in there.
That is true, but at the same time, if you're above 6 foot, you and Hal will not be in the same shot. So it'll have to be a shot there and then a shot there.
I am the same height as Leon Britton, which until I actually meet people, no one really needed to know. Because when you look at the comments, people always guess that I'm over for some reason. I'm over 6 foot. I think I've got a 6 foot face.
You've definitely got a 6 foot face.
Yeah, I definitely got a 6 foot face.
People have had their feet on your face.
Wow, that's a weird sentence. In an unrelated matter, we are sponsored by Manscaped. Use the promo code TSUW, 20% off and free shipping. Right, we're just about to get into it, you red and white wizards. Let us know your score predictions. Pop them in the comments. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. We are so close to 13K. If we get to 13K, Nick and I are doing something very special when we meet up for that Huddersfield game. We hope to meet as many of you as possible as well.
We've just gone way over 13,007 subscribers.
Oh, you're all legends. You're all absolute legends. Let me rephrase that. If we get to 14K before the Huddersfield game, we're going to do something very, very special.
So just say 13.5K, because I'll take another 500 subscribers.
Yes.
That's true, I do.
Are
we ready?
Unreal. Yes. I'm just having a look at some of these coming through. What formation just left work? Good question. We ain't got a clue. We will figure it out. We will work it out. We will work it out. Yeah, it's going to be very exciting. I can't wait. Right. Nick, take over for a second. I need to move to the front of the telly.
No problem at all, because I'm going to bring it up. The kickoff animation. Here we go. We are off, guys. We are very, very exciting. I can't wait for this, Hal. I'm buzzing. It's been such a long time since we've scored a goal, it feels. Let's have one today, please.
I am desperately trying to work out this formation, early biscuits. It does appear to be the one I predicted. Looks like we've gone with 2 in the middle. Didsey is a kind of a 10. Is it really that attacking, though? Or is it more the wingers? Is Brewster playing out wide?
Bruce is definitely playing out wide, it seems.
He's not a winger. This is like when they played Emil Heskey out wide for England. He's a striker. Play him as a striker.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at us. We're all over him. That's what we want to see. That is what we want to see. Attack.
That is what this is. Thank you very much for getting your predictions in. Really do appreciate that. So far, we're trying to work out the formation. It's possible as well that it could be 3 at the back, but I think it's 4.
Yeah, it's definitely 4. And do you know what? I quite like that, having a strong left back at left back. It's nice.
Jackie Longthrow, he began his career as a left back when he was with Liverpool. He was a left back for a long time at Queen's Park Rangers. I know he played left back as well at Nottingham Forest. He has played centre back, though, probably over 100 times. The guy can do it. It will not be difficult for him. And also, it's quite common that you get players with long throws that are fullbacks.
Yeah, exactly, because they've kind of thrown a lot of balls, haven't they, Hal?
We are sponsored by Manscaped today. Do use the promo code TSUW, 20% off and free shipping. We really cannot reiterate enough how much we need you to buy some stuff from Manscaped.
Is that an automatic switch? Every time the word ball is said, you go automatically to Manscaped?
Yeah, I'm probably going to do that. Yeah, don't test me too many times. Yeah, Swansea playing the 3-4-1-2 formation. Bender, the goalkeeper, did give away a penalty in their game against Blackburn Rovers. They had a very different looking side that they faced. Now, they kept most of their first team, but they faced a very different looking Reading in the Cup where they won 3-0. So we can't read too much into that because that was a team of, I think, 11-year-olds that Reading fielded there. Some of them looked very, very young indeed. I think one of them was actually 17, one of them was 18. But the point being, that wasn't a true test. The first game against Blackburn was, and this will be as well. Both sides like to keep the ball, and I think, Nick, this could be a game for someone who likes to pass, like Ollie Norwood.
Yeah, as soon as you've just said that, Baldock, big ball up top. Love that. Love that. Yes, commentator's curse.
I should give a time check as well, so you can get level with us. We are on 2...
Did he? Oh, did he?
That didn't help with the time check, did it?
Sorry for everybody's hearing then, because I thought he got it. I really did.
I can't hear a word now. Right, I'll tell you when we're bang on three. All right. So we are now exactly on 3 minutes. If you want to pause us or pause your TV to get level, we're on 3:05. It is Swansea 0, Sheffield United 0. Bender, the goalkeeper, Stephen Bender, who did make the error, as I was saying before, against Blackburn Rovers, but also pulled off a number of great saves. Rovers could have had 10. He, for some reason, dilly-dallied on the ball, and this is very early Blades attacking. It's already seen that this formation is attack. It's a great ball, and it's pushed across, and that does look offside, but if not, that's a corner. It came off Cooper at the back, and tell you what, you said it was offside, Nick. I have to say I didn't see that myself.
I was just saying that Billy Sharp was well ahead of the defenders, in my opinion. So I wanted him to just sit back a little bit, but that nearly went in the back of the net. That was very, very close. That
number
good
16.
ball in from Dixie, that because he had to really stretch to get toe end on that.
Very good start from the Blades. Corner on the left-hand side. We're approaching 4 minutes bang on the nose, so you can get level with us. It's not bad either. Drilled into the near post. Again, doesn't meet a Sheffield United head. That was something I was saying right throughout the Birmingham game. A very poor set-piece delivery from Oliver Norwood in that game, and the ball will be recycled back to Aaron Ramsdale, whose value, I think, has shot up after that Brentford-Arsenal game.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely really poor from Arsenal, but I'm loving to see his gloves and his boots matching like a fire red. Love it, mate. Love it. I found them really weird gloves. They're really long, aren't they? Almost like to his elbows. Don't understand them.
This is what we missed, of course, for the previous match. It's that kind of razor-sharp insight that you only get with In Good Nick. Throw into the Blades in their own half. Not a bad one. I thought it was just going to fall there to Captain Billy Sharp, but quite good defending, actually, at the back from Swansea. Already they looked a little nervy. We've seen that from the keeper and from their defence. If we can get in behind, they look like they could be got at. They're going to be playing in a way that we know Sheffield United also like to play. They like the high press and they like possession.
They also like to play out from the back, which we've seen in the Birmingham game. They looked a little bit dicey. And they've looked a little bit dicey up to now as well. The keeper does not look comfortable on that ball. So let's let him have it in that area and just press.
Absolutely. Matt Grimes, number 8, one of the men to look out for. He's the captain, former Exeter City player for Swansea. Their manager is just 35 years young, the youngest in the Championship. As the dispossession comes here and a chance on the edge of the box, brilliant defending. That was a crucial boot that needed to be stuck out there, and it'll fall to the very pacey Ollie Burke. Let's see the cheat code in this division. Sander Berger. Well, maybe I shouldn't have said that, as he gives the ball straight away to Latibeaudiere. I hope I've said that right.
I think just don't say his name all game. It'll be easy. What's his number? Use his number.
22. The thing I recognise is there will be Swansea fans in here as well, and Latibeaudiere will just lay it off there as a chance for Swansea now to build something. They do look like, at the moment, they're happy to go backwards and just, as you said, Nick, keep possession.
Yeah, they like it, and we're going to do that most of the season. So I think in this game, we're probably going to be, not exactly like Birmingham played, but we're going to be the Birmingham of this game, kind of soaking it up and trying to catch them on the break, because we've got Brewster, who's not slow, and we've also got Ollie Burke, that's a little bit quick. So
he can catch pigeons.
He can catch pigeons, absolutely, mate. But yeah, Sander Berger giving it away a couple of times early on. Hopefully he'll get his act together and show us that he's worth 100,000 million.
You know from playing football at the level you did, Nick, you got to a fairly good level, that sometimes your first pass, if it's a good one, can really dictate how the rest of the game goes.
Absolutely. I think Ollie Norwood is a prime example of that, because sometimes Ollie Norwood, his passing is incredible. Sometimes he just can't get his eye in. And the first pass, like you say, just sets the tone for the game for you. Yeah,
it settles you, it relaxes you, and I agree with. I think you put it spot on. Patterson, a very dangerous player, in my opinion, the danger man for Swansea. We've already seen this dilly-dallying on the board. It is Berger again. He's been pocket-picked, and Lowe, who is a player that can score goals, on the edge of the box. I've already pulled out Patterson as my man to watch. Here we go, from 24, crossed into that far post. It's headed away. It's going to drop again to Patterson. He's seeing far too much of this ball early on. We do not like Bidwell, the left back, or left wing back as it is for today, with the formation that Swansea are playing, a 3-4-1-2. Just keeping that ball alive. We've already seen it. They had the second most possession in the opening weekend in the Championship, and they're keeping a lot today. No team in the Championship with 2 wins. Incredible.
No, very good, very good. It's good that because it sounds like everybody's going to be taking points from everyone this season, and that's what we want. But what's funny is the fact that Jack Robinson is playing left back today. Obviously, I wonder if it was based on maybe the goal that we gave away against Birmingham. Just wanted a bit more height in there, and Jack Robinson's already won a header in the box. That's what we like to see. But how funny would it be, mate, if we were talking about Norrington Davis, Enda Stevens, Ozzy, all playing at left back, low, and then it ends up being Jack Robinson all season?
Absolutely, and it could happen. And I think that we all saw Ben Osborne is a great player, but he can't play at left back. And Slav's no idiot; he's not going to suffer fools. It took him one game to go, nope, we won't be doing that again. I thought Reece Norrington Davis would play this one. He had a good game against Carlisle. Here's that ball looking over the top to try and find the ball in behind, but George Baldock's not going to fall for that. I'm surprised as well. Reece Norrington Davis, being a Welsh international, have his family here. A lad that knows the area extremely well. Lots of friends I would have thought would be in to watch Reece Norrington Davis. I am a bit surprised he didn't get the start. And obviously, you don't give a start on sentiment. But as I say, I thought he played very well against Carlisle. And I think we know long term, he probably is the answer.
He probably is. He's still only really, really young. I think, like you said, Osborne in a left wing back role is good for me. He's up and down, up and down. But as a left back, we saw he's going to be in those defensive positions. And if we keep playing him in that position, teams will feel like they can just put the ball in that area for someone to attack because Osborne is not going to win headers because it's too small. It's nothing to do with how good he is in the air. It's just too small. It's his mum and dad's fault.
Well, I've got a fairly tall dad, so I'm not sure that was always the answer.
Oh, Rhian nearly in then. Very, very close. Keeper off his line. If it had just got a touch on that, he'd have been straight in there.
So far, we've seen the Blades start really well, and then Swansea have all the ball. That's literally been the start. United could have, ideally, if they'd actually put a couple of decent passes together when in advanced opportunities, could have had a goal, early biscuits, but it didn't happen. And now we're just seeing 82, 83% possession with that boy Patterson, who's just everywhere. He is their David McGoldrick. He's that player that will float in that number 10 role, and they're playing quick, incisive passing. This is what Russell Martin did at Milton Keynes Dons franchise. He's someone that you never really know what you're going to get from a former defender. Sometimes flair players like George Graham, he was all about defence. And then you see defensive players who are all about flair. You just never know what you're going to get.
I know what you mean. I remember seeing George Graham as a footballer back in the day.
Oh, for
I
God's
didn't
sake,
have
Nick.
a clue.
Honestly.
But yeah, I know what you mean. And
you make me feel so old when I do these. I like doing it with Adam. He's the same age as me.
Nigel Atkins, though, as well. It's weird when a goalkeeper is a manager. And we can say whatever we want about Nigel Atkins, but he's had success in the past. But a goalkeeper being a manager, telling defenders what to do, attackers what to do, it just feels a bit weird.
Yeah, absolutely. The way this game started, I've got to say, you're right when you said we're going to be the Birmingham in this game.
Yeah, I didn't think I would be as right as what I were. I was actually thinking, yeah, we'll sit back and we'll absorb it. But Jesus, we've had 15% possession up to now. I know it's only been 11 minutes, but that's dictating what's going to happen the rest of the game for me.
11 minutes 30. 11 minutes 30. So if you are just joining us and you want to try and get level, 11 minutes 38, 39, 40. Thank you, Nick. You can pause us. You can pause your TV. You can try and get level. The Watchalong, we will commentate our alternative biased Blades commentary throughout. Do let us know where you're watching from. George Baldock picking up a yellow card. What did you make of that decision, Nick?
It's early, isn't it? It's early. I'd expect him to let him off for one so early on, and getting booked 11 minutes into the game is not great. It's never great for a defender to get booked that early.
No, absolutely. And we've already seen with the pace out wide, they have Latibeaudiere and Bidwell, both players that can get forward. Now, that's good pressing from Ollie Burke, but it doesn't fall to David McGoldrick, and instead Swansea can keep possession. Who else but Patterson is the man that they look for, and he has been given oceans of space, now vacated on that right-hand side. Ball played into the box. A chance here for Swansea. No. Great defending, and it's going to fall back again. Here's the shot. It's not a convincing one, and the Blades can clear, but that was a mess at the back, Nick. On 12 minutes 42, we now hit, but Jackie Long throw getting the key boot in.
It was a great booting, but if you watch it back, he didn't know where his man was, it didn't seem. but he managed to get the boot in, which is the main thing. But if he'd have gone front post, he wouldn't have got there. That's the thing. Jack Robinson gave him such a big gap to have a shot. But,
great block, though.
He's done well there.
We do have to say credit where it's due. I can imagine, even though we're muted, that the Jacks fans are really getting behind their boys now. It looks like a foul throw to me all day long.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
ref Keith Stroud doesn't give it because it takes a lot to give a foul throw. Downs playing that ball out wide. Oh, it's a low cross, but it's not going to beat Sander Berger. And the Blades now with this very attacking lineup camped deep. And can Billy get something on this
well
and
done,
do
Bill.
Can he turn Cooper like he did the Cooper at Leeds? It's not quite had enough on it. It was just undercooked. And had it had more on it, that's the man you'd want on it because of his pace, not his finishing. But Ollie Burke and Manning did really well, the centre-back, just to block that with his head.
Sharpie did really well, muscled him out there. And he saw it. He didn't need to be undercooked. He could have overcooked it and he'd have still got it.
If he had overcooked it, Burke's the man you'd want on it. Absolutely. He's got the pace. Who else but Patterson, who's taking up so many deep positions and finds Downs. Downs will look to go out to his right-hand side. I'm going to have to learn these Swansea players because at the moment they're seeing all the ball. Latibeaudiere lays it back. I was hoping he wasn't going to see any of the ball. And Downs in the middle. The possession stat's going to be absolutely through the roof, complete opposite to what the Blades saw against Birmingham City at home. This, of course, Swansea's first home game of the season. And it's only to the edge of the area where Downs is going to take a pop shot. And he's reading comics if he thinks that's going in.
Especially against Rammers. Rammers isn't saving that. He's worth about 60 million.
70 if it's a day. I mean, it's not a good start, this, Nick, from the Blades. I thought it looked like it when we went all-out attack. But maybe it's just we haven't kept the same formation. We had 4 at the back against Birmingham, 3 at the back against Carlisle, 3 at the back against Europa Point, 4 at the back against Doncaster, 4 at the back against Swansea, but a different forward line. We haven't kept the same formation 2 games in a row when this is a team that's been used to the same formation since 2016.
No, exactly. And did you say we're playing 4 at the back against Swansea? I think you got that wrong because at the moment we're playing 8 at the back against Swansea, it seems.
Absolutely.
Rhian Brewster playing left back.
I know. Well, he's not going to be happy playing on the wing at all, and certainly not having to drop back. We're on 15:20. If you want to get level with us, you can pause your TV, you can pause YouTube. We're on Twitch now and Facebook Live as well. Do tell people about it, and also let people know on Twitter so that they can join in. And if you haven't yet, give this video a like.
Absolutely. We're on 13,010 subscribers, Hal. We are rocking and rolling. We love those subscribers, so keep them in. So Swansea fans as well, if you're in here, we've seen a few comments already. Subscribe. Why not? You've got nothing to lose. It's free. Yeah,
it is. It is free. And it would be great if you wanted to support the channel by recognizing, I suppose, content that you enjoy. We will, of course, if the next Swansea game is on TV, do a watch along for that game as well. Have Arsenal offered 80 million then. Steve, we love you. You're a great supporter of the channel. Thank you very much. If you also want to be part of the super chat, that would help keep the lights on here at Sheffield United Way Towers. And also, as you can see scrolling along the bottom, this video is sponsored by Manscaped. Use the code TSUW for 20% off and free shipping.
Yeah, mate, and Brewster was nearly in then. We're liking these long balls going forward because, in all honesty, Basham getting under his own feet then.
I like this comment here from Gamma Man saying we're quite professional. And then we've got Nick going, Basham.
There's no need. There's no need. Don't throw me under the bus. Stop it. There's just no need.
Oliver Norwood, I can finally commentate on Blades players on the ball. It feels like it's been since the Carlisle game that we actually saw that. And that's, when we've got this much attacking power and pace on the pitch, disappointing that we're going backwards so often. But there we go. I said it could be a game for Ollie Norwood. He's going to try and pick the pass out for the very pacey Burke. It's a good pass as well. 17:07 on the right-hand side. Burke, can he beat his man? Can he get a cross in? I think he can. He's worked the... I shouldn't have said that. I thought he worked the angle quite well, but actually it was quite telegraphed what he was then going to do with his weaker standing chocolate foot, and it was blocked far too easily. I love your noises. It's something that we didn't have for the Birmingham game. But I'm looking forward to experiencing those noises live. If you have just joined us, the big news, I'll be meeting Nick for the first time. We'll be taking in the Huddersfield game together. If you do see us, Nick will be selling half and half scarves before the game.
Yeah, that's me. That's what I'll be doing. What does it say on both halves, Hal?
Well, on one half it would say Hal, on the other half it'll say Nick.
Okay. We can't even think of a what's our couple name then? They're like,
oh yeah, be Hick.
Hick. So rubbish.
Hick or Nal. Speaking of which, we might, what's better than one Yank? Two Yanks. We've got two Americans that might be joining us at halftime, like they did for the Birmingham game from Florida and Ohio, which would be great. They're both Sheffield United fans. Ohio, which is Japanese for good morning.
There you go. It could be hack also.
Yes, put your own weird combos. Go on, Blades, break in from that midfield. I'll say through. Nick, he's still got 50 yards to go. Here's it's a terrible decision.
We had 3-on-2. That's what I'm saying with through. We had 3-on-2 and just wasted it.
Great winning of the ball from Captain Billy Sharp on the halfway line. There the options were. On the right, Ollie
He could have laid it back into Sharp.
Absolutely. On the left, Dave McGoldrick went for a tame shot first time when absolutely Sharp was played in. He'd have been completely free. He'd lost Cooper just on the edge of his shoulder. And also Burke, as I mentioned, another option on the right. Either way, he chose the wrong option. We're on 19, bang on. It is Swansea 0, Sheffield United 0. Nick, your early impressions?
My early impressions is that I think we've got a big chance in this game. A lot of people saying we're playing poorly, but I think we've got a really, really good chance of catching them on the break. We've seen already 4 or 5 times we could have been in, and it just quite either the luck wasn't there or we just couldn't find that killer pass. But yeah, 4 or 5 times we've nearly got in, and that's more chances than Swansea have had up to now, you could say, even though they've had all the play. We are the Birmingham.
Yeah. Let's see if you're going to get clips saying that. Now, here's Rhian Brewster putting on the afterburners. He doesn't want to play on the wing. We know that, but he is today. And I think you can see he's not a winger. He's not a winger.
Yeah, it was just a bit too hard. His touch, wasn't it? If it just a little tickly touch past him, it'd have been away there because he was bringing him down.
It's great play again. This is how we're going to win this game. Errors. Swansea made a lot of errors against Blackburn, and they were nearly found wanting. Brewster's going to, Nick, be wanting to put on a big display against the side that he scored a goal every other game for.
Yeah, definitely. And Ollie McBurney, when he comes off the bench, he'll want to do that as well. Just a bit too heavy, that touch. If that touch was slightly not as heavy, Sharp would have been just waiting to tap that ball in the back of the net.
I think you're absolutely right. This is now opportunities. The Blades on the break. That's clearly how this game's going to go. Swansea having more of the ball. But at the moment, they've not done anything with it. Neither side has really tested the goalkeeper. That's a terrible kick from Bender. I fancy the Blades, if they have a chance to actually test Bender, that we can beat him. I think he's a good keeper, but Aaron Ramsdale's a better keeper.
Yeah, I completely agree. And did his shot even, look at that, 39 successful passes by the Blades to 163 from Swansea. That is madness. But it's going to keep happening all game, and I don't think we're that bothered about it. I feel like this is the way to win this game, like we've said already.
Great point from Craig. We don't have the quality for the killer pass. Now, I don't know who Craig supports, but I would imagine he's a red and white wizard. Nick, that's what we're missing, the creativity to create chances.
And that's what I was saying about the 2 lads that we're looking to bring in. I think one of them needs to be an attacking midfielder or a winger with a bit of pace, bit of nous, or somebody with, like you said, that killer ball.
It's maybe the way that we're going in this game, playing Didsey as that attacking midfielder, because maybe Jukanovic has recognised we're bringing in Ronaldo Vieira, who's not a creative midfielder. He's more of a defensive midfielder, which arguably we've already got 2 of, but maybe it's with an eye on if Berger leaves. And Ben Davis, who is a left-sided centre-back. We do need that.
Oh, Ollie Burke, come on, sunshine.
Get a touch on it. Oh, Bender does really well to head the ball behind for a corner, but it was Ollie Burke through on the right-hand side on 21.51. If you want to get level with us, you can pause us. You can pause your TV. It was a great ball over the top. We're going to see more of these because the Blades are attacking on the break. He just doesn't quite get enough of a touch. If he had taken it over Bender, he'd still have had a lot to do, but the keeper did well.
What is the keeper doing, though? He might have done well. He might have improvised well, but what was he doing out there? He was outside his box, the furthest away he could be from his goal outside his box. What is he playing at? So if Burke would have been a little bit better than a little bit cuter, would have been in, would have scored a goal maybe.
Yep, absolutely. Corner from this right-hand side. They play it short because I think Ollie Norwood's recognised he can't find a man with a normal set piece. It's a good ball in, but again, it's headed away once and twice, and then not quite thrice. And Ollie Norwood decides, with men in the box, to go all the way back to the halfway line, and Sheffield United will have to start again with every single Swansea player back.
Yeah, that was an odd ball. It
It was
really
an odd
was.
ball. It was the wrong ball because now Swansea have been able to form their formation again, and the Blades will have to rebuild from the back when we had everyone forward. Little dink over the top could have been what was called for.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm liking this defence up to now, though, mate. I really am. And it looks like Sharpie's just fouled his man where the ball was clipped over the top. Sharpie, I'm so glad he's playing, though, today because it shows that Slav knows how important he could be to this season. And we all know that Sharpie is fit and raring to go. And if that ball's on his toe in the box, it's in the back of the net.
Absolutely. A question from Alex, Nick. How do we get Berg, or shall I call him what he's actually called?
Don't.
Oh, I'm gonna, because your ears aren't working. Zander Birge is the correct way to pronounce his name. It is. Don't look at me like that. It is. You heard him say it. What did you hear?
He said burger.
He said, get away. You didn't even watch the video with the sound on, you clown.
He said...
He didn't say burger at all.
No, he didn't say...
Do you want me to play it? Is that where this is going? I'll play it to you. I'll make you look a mug.
23 minutes into the match, man.
23:55. If you want to get level with us, you can pause us. You can pause your TV. It's Berge.
Berger.
It's not.
It's
not what he says.
Right, get on with it. Call him Berger or I'm getting rid.
If you'd like to replace me the days before I meet Nick for the first time, do comment below. Right, it's 0-0. Opportunity there for Patterson, but he doesn't quite use it the way he'd like to because Sander Berger got the crucial feet in the way. Pop in the comments as well how you say correctly Sander Berger's name. Go on, let's decide.
We've already had this discussion. Is it the way that we've had? Go on.
Is it the way that Sander Berger, who I think should know, pronounces it, or is it the way Nick thinks?
He said that's exactly what he said. We've spoken about this. It's like the dress, isn't it? It's like the blue and black. Blue and black dress.
Which, by the way, it was blue.
Yes, it was blue. I agree.
Good. At least we're on that. Okay, good. Right, Swansea back in possession because, of course, they are. It's a real role reversal. This game from the previous league game. I've not been overly impressed with what I've seen. And by the looks of it on the sidelines, neither was Slavisha Jokanovic. We're on 25-15. Are you going to have a go at me for that as well?
That's all I heard.
I'll put my teeth back in for the second half. Bidwell lays it back. I tell you, Grimes, we should keep a little eye on Matt Grimes, the captain. He's definitely a baller, as is Jake Bidwell. Who's playing left wing back today for the Jacks. Did you know Swansea were also called the Jacks?
Yes, I did.
You're going to do that now with everything I ask you, whether you know or not. Oh, heavy touch from gorgeous George, but he manages to recover and plays it all the way back to Aaron Ramsdale. Can he kick it anywhere near a Sheffield United foot? No, he can't. And Swansea will have the ball back again. Patterson lays that ball to Bidwell. I mean, Patterson is a player that I've always wanted Sheffield United to sign. I think we're seeing evidence of why. Low as well, a very dangerous striker on his day. He can cause problems.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just liking to see Chris Basham at centre-back, to be honest, mate. I think he's done everything right up to now. Hopefully that's not famous last words.
I agree with you.
The ball's going near him right now. But, I think he's looked assured at the back, and that's what we needed after the last game.
My colleague, Jay, lives just a few doors down from Josh Cullen, who's playing for Swansea tonight, the striker, number 20. He's from Tenby, which is where my buddy Jay's from. And I'd imagine everyone knows everyone in Tenby. I think the way it is in Wales, because it's such a nice place and everyone's so friendly, everyone knows someone who's related to someone famous. That seems to be, from all my Welsh friends, that seems to be the way it is. I had Welsh neighbours growing up. We're still great friends. I had Welsh neighbours when I went to university. We're still great friends. To be honest, if I could be from another nation, probably be Wales.
Oh, okay.
If you had to choose a different one, at gunpoint, I'm going Wales. I love going on holiday. I
don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think that's ever going to happen, in all honesty.
You've not been to the Gower region. You've not been to the Mumbles. When you go there, you'll absolutely love it.
I was talking more about you being at gunpoint. I don't think that's happened too much in your life, has it? I hope not.
It's happened twice, mate.
I could have said this could take a dark turn.
Once in Afghanistan, if you want a really dark story, but let's save that for another time.
Okay, then.
I'll tell you about it at Huddersfield.
Okay, cool. 27:33.
Don't worry. Spoiler alert, I didn't die.
You didn't die. Oh, you've ruined it now. You've ruined it. You've ruined the ending.
Yeah. So all that happened. Now do let us know in the comments, by the way, which team you're supporting, because I'm getting a real feeling here that we've got quite a lot of Swans in the chat. Go on, Nick, talk us through it.
No, that's fine. Ryan Brewster just got chopped outside the box. He was coming in onto his right foot. Obviously, they don't want to see him unleash that beastly shot that he's got, that we know he's got. But yeah, just outside the box, a good place to have a free kick here.
Absolutely. I mean, we got a chat full of Swans today. Great to have you along, and also those that are not Swans. So yeah, good to hear from each and every one of you. We don't have Bobby in the background today, our producer. He is celebrating, doing extremely well in his exams. We're really proud of him. So we're without him. So if anything goes wrong, which it inevitably will, it's Nick and my fault.
I don't think it is. I think the fact that Bobby's not here, it's probably his fault. Really.
All right, we're blaming him for the preview. If you didn't see that, something went very wrong. But we covered it. No one noticed.
No one noticed. How?
Yeah, big time. All right, 28:55. If you want to pause us or pause your TV to get level, we're on Twitch, we're on Facebook Live, and we're on YouTube. Give this video a like if you haven't already. It's a free kick to Sheffield United around about 10 yards outside the box. This is a great position, and there are options as well with players just off the ball and players in the box. Everyone big going forward. It's going to be swung in, left-footed. Not a bad ball. Good header on. Oh, it's Bender who saves it, and that's the first real chance of the game just on the half hour. Good save. I think more contact on that, and that's 1-0 Sheffield United.
That's a goal. It is. And he was miles onside as well, all on his own at first.
It was Sharp who got the header.
Yeah, might have got a bit of a push in the back, but yeah, if that's directed into one of the corners, the keeper is not getting there at all. And this reminds me so much of the Blades Birmingham game. We've had 2 shots on target up to now. They've not had any. Well, if you can call the blocker a chance, but we've had the better opportunities up to now, and we've had none of the ball.
Absolutely. Yeah, back to the goalkeeper as well. It's made me laugh. Gibbo. Do keep your comments flying in. Also, let other people know about these watch-alongs. We're only doing them for the televised games, so there won't be too many of them if Sheffield United have a poor season, because Sky will suddenly not be interested in us.
No, exactly. That's bang on. Yeah, it really, really is. It'll be back to 3 o'clock and Tuesday night matches, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's as Chris Wilder always used to say, that Saturday, Tuesday, which is the cut and thrust of the Championship. Offside for Swansea. Here at we're calling it the Swansea.com stadium apparently now.
No, we're not. Let's not. That sounds awful, doesn't it? Really. Do you know what? At least it's not as bad as like the Bet365 arena or something stupid like that. I hate betting companies sponsoring teams and stuff, but yeah, it's still not great. It needs to be the Liberty Stadium.
If you are a betting company watching this, we welcome your sponsorship. The thoughts of Nick.
No, we don't.
Fine.
Welcome. That will never happen.
If you want to sponsor me separately, I welcome that.
You won't be on there.
So there's several things I've got to do to get off this channel. Pronounce Sander Berger's name correctly and find a sponsor that is affiliated with the betting company. Most assists we're seeing by defenders, Jake Bidwell with 8, and then Connor Roberts just below him. So, Swansea do have that kind of threat from out wide that we've already mentioned. So, interesting. Yeah,
very interesting. But, yeah, we've got a lot of threats ourselves as well. And I think that Ollie Burke could be the key to this game. I don't think I've ever said that in my life. But he really could be that ball over the top. He's getting in behind every time. If that ball's perfect, he's onto it. So, yeah, it's quite exciting at the moment with all these attacking players that we've got on the pitch.
Nick Ian says, I'm sure your viewers would like to see a video of your initial meeting and manly hug at the Huddersfield match.
That'll be lovely. It'll look like hugging a child, won't it?
With my frail body.
I'm going to say something that you would misconstrue as sexual, then, so I stopped myself mid-sentence.
Well, let's keep a safe distance, social distancing and all that. All right, here's Patterson on the left-hand side. Can he get that ball crossed in? He's using both feet at times and looking very dangerous. Matt Grimes always seems to pick a pass to a white shirt. Looks like Bidwell was tripped there. Billy Sharp does not agree. Keith Stroud, it'd be ridiculous if he gave a booking here. I'll tell you what, Slav looks incredibly unimpressed.
Yeah. I don't think he ever looks impressed, really, does he? I don't think I've seen him smile in his life.
That was a free kick, by the way. There's no reason Billy should be angry about that. What he does is he clips the leg so that the leg clips his own leg, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't see the leg clipping. I just saw him put his hand around his waist, and he didn't look a lot in the arm grab. I think, yeah, like you say, it's more of the trip.
If my hair goes like Chimo Sands, just tell me to shave it all off. All right.
Yeah, excellent. I was just thinking that the other day about myself. I think on my 40th birthday, the lot's coming off. So
really, have you got the egg in the nest?
Yeah, it's pretty much there. Oh, good.
Here's a chance. Swansea, I don't like this. Get it clear, Egan. It's popped back in. It's head tennis at the moment. Who's it going to fall to? It's going to fall to Rhian Brewster, who gets a fairly good clearance on that. Not necessarily the most convincing. It'll fall to Slavisa Jokanovic, who with disdain watches it roll past him. I think that's just literally summed up the first half of the Blades.
Yeah, absolutely. But Jack Robinson here, when the ball got recycled back into the area, he leapt like a salmon and got rid of that ball. Love that. Love that. And that's what's great about having kind of three big centre-backs, playing in the four. So yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking this because the problem that we had against Birmingham, they had so many big blokes that are great in the air. We had nothing. Every time a cross came in the box, we were never going to win it. So it's good to have Bash back. It's good to have Egan in there. We still could do with like an Ollie McBurney. We could do with Sanderberger learning how to jump and how to head a ball too, because Sanderberger is about 7 foot and he stands on the edge of the box, which I do not get one little bit.
Sanderberger, as John Wallace says, is not in this game at the moment.
No, it's Sanderberger, isn't it?
It's bypassing, I see what you did there. It's bypassing the midfield, unfortunately, and that could be the case that we are playing a very odd formation, a different formation, hard for the Blades to learn. It's going to be a pop shot from range, and that's what Swansea have been reduced to. They've had 2 of those, and both have not troubled Aaron Ramsdale. It's not been an Aaron Rams fail so far. He's had nothing to do.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. And if he goes on a train, it won't be Aaron Rams rail either, will it?
No, and that is your name. I want to watch along, but my stream is slightly behind. Well, you can pause us. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can pause it. And even though it's live, we will then be level with your other stream. So 2 streams, which I think as little boys we can all relate
to. 2 streams. Okay. 35 minutes gone, though, mate. And again, we've had the better chances. We really have. I think Swansea City fans will say the same thing as well, I reckon.
They will. Breaking news, by the way, Nick. Breaking news from William Pike.
What? Michael Verrips could be on his way to Arsenal.
We've got a bit of an inside info going. William Pike reckons that Verrips is on his way to Arsenal. Salad fingers could be leaving.
It could be Marcus Stewart.
Well, it's not Jordan Amisa because he's gone to Guiseley AFC, hasn't he?
Or George Long?
He's left. It could be Jake
George Long left.
Yeah, George Long left. Last week, I think. Yeah, yeah. So League One Wes, it must be by default. We've worked it out. So thank you, William. Keep us updated. Let us know if Dean and Fjortoff leave as well. Great.
That's the first time I've ever laughed about anyone saying Dean and Fjortoff left.
Do you know what? I feel like it's the right time. Enough time has passed that it's now funny. Because for so long, that was one of the worst days of my life. And I've had a gun held up to me twice.
I shouldn't laugh about that, really, should I?
When I tell you the stories, you'll be like, no.
Yeah. Unless it was like a test one. Was it like a test one?
I've been shot by a rubber bullet in a test one, and it destroyed my wedding ring.
Billy Sharp!
Go on, Billy. Sorry. Billy Sharp with the skill, turning his man, finds Didsey, and it's a ball to the left-hand side. Was it slightly overplayed? No. Rhian Brewster can get to it. We're approaching the 37th
overlapping
minute.
Fullback.
This is what you want to see. Finally, the formation's working, but the cross is poor. It takes a deflection that's not going to fall. Ollie Burke's got the pace, though, and I think that'll be a corner ball. Surely.
Yes, it is, yes.
Yes. That was interesting with the flag, wasn't it? You're watching him go,
It looked like he was... looked like he was going to go offside for some reason. Or it's a good block, that, but Billy Sharp, if you're in a better position, that could have been 1-0.
I've got to say,
landed straight on his head.
But the deflection on the cross meant that Billy, I think, from where he was initially was standing, was where the cross would have gone to. So,
yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to reserve that judgment. Here's, by the way, another corner. Now, last time Ollie Norwood took this, he played it short. This time, he doesn't. He goes right to the far post. It's the best corner we've seen from Ollie Norwood since Crystal Palace away. And And it's still kept in by the pace of Ollie Burke. And he's turned his man, but just getting back with the challenge. And this is better from the Blades as we approach half-time. I don't know what has transformed them because Slav hasn't had a chance to get into them.
Just watch Ollie Burke here. Egan heads it, and then he just stands there. And he's like, yeah, that's going out probably.
But he's got the pace.
Oh, I better run for that. And he gets
another player doesn't get there because even though he checked his run and then he went, he had enough pace to get there. This is good from the Blades. Now it's the short corner. We're mixing it up. I like that. I'm not afraid of a short corner if it works. And this one seems like it's going to, and it's come out. Bender punches clear. It's a great clearance from the German keeper. He made 7 good saves against Blackburn in a match that was a mess for Swansea. But this time, Swansea looked much better. They've had all the possession, but right now, it's the Blades turning the screw.
Yeah, absolutely turning the screw. And you want to see those different types of corners, don't you? And there, I thought that Ryan Brewster were just going to take a little turn and turn his man and be inside the box. But I think sometimes you've got to try little different things like that because, like you said, the Birmingham game, his crossing was horrific. And we did bash it.
That's terrible.
Just passing. Like that pass.
And that's a foul. That's a free kick. Keith Stroud recognising that Ollie Norwood was fouled there. And Nonu, by the way, pointing out we are linked with Robin Olsen, the Swedish goalkeeper, formerly of Everton, now Roma, I believe. If Aaron Ramsdale was to go, there's the QPR keeper as well, whose name Dieng, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Berge, maybe, could be. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Zander Berge.
And also there's Verips. We can't forget about Verips because Verips, it looked like he had a good game against Carlisle. He also had a very good time on loan last season too. So Verips could be in there with a shout.
And he's got fingers, literally, twice the size of mine.
Fingers for days, mate. Fingers
for days. If you haven't seen Verips' fingers, I've put a picture on my Twitter at JNC Pod. So you want to have a look at them. Good.
You're just trying to get more followers, you. Oh, that was so close. Inches.
I'm only 1,300 followers off Nick. So if you'd like to help me out with that on Twitter.
And you cheated with that massively.
How would I cheat?
Oh, I'm only 1,300. Come and follow me.
How's that cheating?
Disgusting.
Ask him.
Well, I can't then say, oh, follow me as well. Can I? It's just cheating. Just bold-faced cheating. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm only 1,300 in front of Hal because everyone like, well, you're in front of him. So
you don't need to cheat. You're in front.
Yeah, it's because it's me. It's just me.
It's just me. I don't know how you've got that many more followers. My tweets are significantly more interesting.
I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure. Well, the thing is, when you tweet every 4 seconds, eventually you're going to get people following you, aren't you?
Have you ever looked how many you've done? When you can drag it at the top, you can see how many you've done.
No.
You can see how many tweets you've done in your life. It's quite depressing.
Well, you should have more followers than me, really, shouldn't you, then?
Well, you don't know how many you've done, and I do know how many I've done, but unless you can tell me how many you've done, there's no point having this discussion because I bet you've done more. That's why you got more. Here's a chance just before the break. It's a shame that the Blades didn't capitalise on that spell of pressure, but Patterson, who's seen so much of the ball, back to Jake Bidwell, who's created so many chances for the Swans, that left wing back, formerly of QPR.
Yeah, and I want to go and check now how many tweets I've done. I don't know how you do it, though, to be honest. So you're going to have to tell me at half-time.
We've got more important things to do at halftime, as you well know, sir. So you stick around for halftime. Big thing coming at halftime.
Massive thing.
Also, let us know in the comments what you reckon to the first half and what you think that this game is going to become. At the moment, Swansea have a chance. Oh, if that ball had fallen to Patterson, but it was low, got the flick on in the box, and Patterson not quite alive to it, but also it was hit slightly ahead of him anyway, and Ramsdale in the perfect position. What would you like to see change? What would you like to see for half-time? Would you welcome any substitutions? McGoldrick off and McBurney on.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
See how many chins you gave Nick and I there with that comment?
Come on, Brewster. Use your strength and your pace.
Well, he had neither there, and that was very easy defending for the Swans, just managing to usher it out with Cabango, and that is 0-0, 42 minutes 15.
Yeah. I feel like we needed to have taken one of our chances in this half. I don't feel like we're going to have as many good opportunities in the second half, so I think they're going to really turn the screw in the second half. So I just hope. Do you like in the Premier League when you got that one chance and you didn't take it?
My dad always says that.
You get loads more in this league, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
We've had a lot in this first half, and maybe it's
Patterson.
one of two of them.
He worked the ball into the box, but then he checked back. And he's made it all the way back to Bidwell. They've exchanged passes quite a few times. Downs back to Bidwell. He's going to look for Patterson again, and he does, but it's a poor pass. It's overplayed, and here's a chance for the Blades to break and clear it through gorgeous George Baldock, which he does to Ollie Burke, who plays the absolute hospital pass into the very poor today Sander Berger, who looked magnificent against Birmingham. And Didsey says, "You shall not pass," and comes straight in with a really good tackle. Throw into the Swans on 43-14.
Yeah, Didsey straight in there. He likes to stick his foot in, even though he is that attacking kind of minded player. He loves getting around the pitch. He loves helping the lads out. And that's the reason that you don't take the man off.
There we go. Reese has said you have 13.8k tweets.
Go on then, Hal, what's yours?
Reese, can you tell me how many? No, we've got it here. Oh, no, let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Shut your faces. Shut your faces. Shut your faces.
7,000 more tweets.
Right, so it's 0-0. It's Swansea 0, Sheffield United 0. We're on 43.
That's the first time you've ever done that to me.
I know. I don't want to listen. Don't want to hear it. Right, Swansea breaking into the box. How can we compound this and make it worse? Well, a Swansea goal would do that. I blame all of you for not following me. You're all a disgrace. Sort it out right now. There's 20.
He's doing it again. He's trying to get more followers here.
Banging tweets, those are. Nick's done 13 crap tweets.
Just 13. Yeah, I've done 13 crap tweets and 12,900. I can't be bothered.
Quick maths. Yeah, please give us a follow. I don't really care if you follow me. Do follow Sheffield United Way. That's the Twitter account we're actually bothered about.
Yeah, we are. And that's nearly overtaken me, actually. I reckon it will be within 4 months. I reckon it'll overtake me. Oh, Legend Reese, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Oh, how Blades fans are here? I don't know, mate. It doesn't feel like a lot. I don't feel like I got a lot of support right now.
Oh, dearie me. We've got quite a few people in the stream, though. And we've also, I'll tell you how many new subscribers that we've had in the stream. We're now on 13,023. So we've gained about 30, 40, something like that, which is really nice. Thank you very much, guys.
1 minute added on. Here's Sander Berger. He needs to get into this game. And could he put on something a little special? No, he forgets the ball. And Didsey sorts it out there. He's had a terrible game so far, Sander Berger. It's possible, people have said it in the comments, he could be replaced at half-time, which you'd never have said before the game. I don't like Ryan Brewster out wide. That experiment has not worked. And I hope it does not continue. This isn't the time really to be experimenting. You know, I know they haven't really had that proper pre-season, but you know, everyone can tell you that. Great ball over though. Oh, that could be a free kick. I think.
Can't. How is he giving that a free kick? He's put his head down.
Keith Stroud has given a free kick in the box to Swansea when it could have gone potentially the other way. It was a lovely ball chipped forward by Ryan Brewster, and the ball, which you think was there to go for.
Yeah, if you're putting your head down, you expect to get a foot at face, mate.
You called it. You called it as it happened at the time. Yeah, it was Cooper whose head went in. There's no contact. They both
touched the ball at the same time. Neither of them touched each other. That is not a foul. Just because his foot's come close to his head, he's given a free kick. But nah, that wasn't a free kick at all.
Half-time, you see the graphic on the screen. That's what that means. If you can read, we've had an interesting half there. Blades, do let us know your thoughts in the comments. I personally don't want Billy Sharp to go off just because Billy Sharp scores goals. And he's, as we saw with the stats earlier in the game, he's had no touches. So it's not been his fault. Again, we're lacking that creativity. For Swansea, it's been pot shots from distance. Never going to score like that. But it's been all possession from the Swans. So that's the way that they're playing it. I'm fine with it. That. Yeah. More than fine. Tell you what I am. I'm happy with that, Nick.
That's just a little bit better than fine.
A little bit better than fine. I'll tell you what else is fine. Manscaped. Let's do this thing. So what I'm going to just say now is very important. Please do support the channel. If you thought this summer of Euro football was fun, well, footy is back, and our friends at Manscaped are here with a masterclass to get you footy.
Footy is back. Footy. Are you Australian? Some.
Where are they? Are they American or are they American or Australian? Manscaped.
Who?
Manscaped, the sponsors.
American.
The people we're talking about. Right, well.
American.
Okay,
Footy is back.
Footy's back. And anyway, Manscaped are the leaders in men's grooming. And they've only gone and done it again, Nick. You know what they've done?
What have they done, Hal?
They've done it again. They've just launched their 4th generation performance package, including their new Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. Join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with the new Performance Package 4.0 by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping. You heard me right. Free shipping with the code TSUW, which stands for, Nick?
The Sheffield United way.
I once cut myself, with a razor, trying to trim.
Did you?
Well, no more, Nick.
No more. I bet you didn't enjoy that, did you?
It was as bad as having a gun held to your face. But that's not going to happen anymore because the Performance Package 4.0 by Manscaped is here. And wow, this package is class. From top to bottom to take your grooming game to the next level. Inside, if you purchase this, you will find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker, which is for the ear and nose trimmer. I've got to say, Nick, to be honest, it's worth the price alone for that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. And I love the bag as well. The bag is a beaut. I take everything everywhere with me in that bag.
Well, it's a great bag. It's called the Shed Travel Bag. That's part of the 2 free gifts. You'll also get the Manscaped boxers, which I'm wearing at the moment. You just have to take my word for it. I'm not going to prove it. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents, which, as I mentioned, I have had before, but never with the Manscaped 4.0. That's their advanced skin-safe technology. It also gives you the ability to turn an LED spotlight on. Isn't that great? So you can have more precision shave even in the dark. And the trimmer is waterproof, so you can actually do this in the shower. The Performance 4.0 package also includes, as I mentioned, the Weed Whacker and the bag, as well as the boxers and the Crop Reviver. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code TSUW at manscaped.com.
Yeah, and I've got to say, waterproof shaver is the way forward. Absolutely, because doing it in the shower is perfect, isn't it? Because
it's game changing.
Everything's going down the drain. You don't want to get out and then cause a scene.
My wife hates it when I leave hair everywhere. So this is the waterproof game changer. So you've got the details on there. That's it. One man who is always well groomed and very loud from Ohio. Thank you, Robert. It is. Well, I just said your name, didn't I? Robert.
There we go. How are you guys doing?
Well, it's a bit like being in the Premier League, isn't it? We've got opposition fans calling us Sheffield online, even in this chat. We're not scoring goals. We're not winning games. We're on telly at an annoying time. It's exactly the same. What do you make of it?
Yeah, it's an interesting tactic. Obviously, week 1, we had the stat, 2 of the highest possession teams from that first round of games. Clearly, Swansea trying to play the same game plan. Right now, they have 66 possession through the first half. We only have 34%. So we've changed something. They haven't. However, when you look at some of the offensive stats, they have 4 shots. We have 3, but we have 2 on target. They have none on target. 4 corners to their none. So stats are kind of leaning towards us, but it's been all long ball. It's been from either Basham, Egan, somebody in the back, Norwood, pinging it forward out wide to Burke. Brewster's gotten a couple balls that have crossed midfield, but it's not been a lot of quality yet.
No, he bothered about the long balls because I feel like that's how we're going to win this game. Just that ball just over the top onto Ollie Burke or onto Brewster to get it into the box.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the game plan I would have chosen, but that's clearly the game plan Silvius has chosen. Putting 4 strikers up, obviously Didsey can play back a little bit, but we've essentially said we've got 2 defensive midfielders. We've got 4 strikers. We're going to bypass the midfield. Like you guys were commenting earlier, the game has bypassed Sander Berge. That might be on purpose. And it's just defensively, we're not really winning the ball back as quickly as we could be. I think that's the change that we need to make tactically this second half is to go and when we don't have possession, get that back faster. And the long balls, you're right, Nick. Those are going to be fine. We've got pace. We've got quality strikers up front. So let's utilize those because 34% possession, even if we're just chucking long balls up, it's not going to be effective. Maybe we can get one goal, but there's still a chance Swansea's going to get one as well.
Yeah,
I got
absolutely.
a big question for Robert, and you can actually help settle this little lovers' quarrel that we're having, which is, how do you say Sander Berge?
So I'm going to split sides here. When I'm saying his name, I say Berge, but I remember the interview. Berge is the Norwegian way to say it, but I think it's like Kasper Lapata, our young defensive player, who on Twitter, Hal, you asked him, do you say it Lapata or Wupata, which is a horrible mispronunciation of what it probably is in Polish. But he said in English, it's Lapata with the L. So I think we're, speaking the English language, we're allowed to say Berge. But
we're speaking the English language.
That's
you're
true.
You're speaking American.
Exactly. So I can say whatever I want and get away with it, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
So you've been very diplomatic.
I thought you were saying then you and Robert were speaking English and I was speaking a different language with my accent.
Well, there's one viewer we do know that likes your accent, Nick. That's all I'll say.
I don't even know where that's going.
That message you sent me earlier, that comment that chap made about Sheffield accent.
Yes.
It doesn't like the fact that we don't have enough Sheffield accents on this channel. Well, I'm very sorry if you're watching.
I'm not even Sheffield enough. Apparently, I'm not even Sheffield enough.
You're from Sheffield and live in Sheffield, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And my mother is literally a woman of steel from Sheffield. My grandparents are from Sheffield. My grandfather from Sheffield fought in the war for his country, side by side with American comrades. And we have to take this. I will not stand for this. No, what I've got to do to appease some people is drop my H's.
Yeah, you've got to, Al. Absolutely, Al.
You can't help how you talk.
No, you can't, exactly. And the thing is, I talk like my dad, and the things that he was saying that I wasn't saying right in a Sheffield accent, my dad says the same as me, and he's like 100 years old or something like that.
Well, I talk like my dad as well. When I answer the phone on my mum and dad's house, people just assume it's my dad and start talking to me as if I'm my dad. I know a lot of financial information I shouldn't know. Robert, let's get back to the game because that's more important. What would you like to see? I mean, we've already talked about how it's going, and a lot of people in the comments are saying get Berge off, get Sharp off, get McBurney on. What is Slav going to do?
Yeah, I don't know. Given the way the game's gone so far, the answer I think might lie in the midfield. Maybe adding Luke Freeman onto the pitch. I don't know who you'd take off. Probably one of the strikers. That is an option. But if he doesn't want to play through the middle, if he wants to keep this, get the ball and lump it forward, then he kind of has the players you would want. I think Ollie McBurney, looking at kind of how we've used him in the last 2 years in the Premier League as almost a target man where he heads the ball to somebody else, there is an option there. But is that his strength? I'd rather see him in the box on the end of a cross, but we're not getting a lot of crosses today. We're getting a ball, a drive into the box from one person, and they'll either shoot or maybe have a chance of one pass. So it may not be Ollie McBurney's kind of game.
No, I completely know what you mean, but it feels like for Ollie McBurney, we like to play to his feet, and
he'll be up for it.
Thanks, Hal. I wasn't going to say that at all. Cheers for that. Cheers for jumping in. Yeah, cheers.
I didn't know you were going to say that. I mean, we are. Despite the jokes, we are actually a married couple, so we haven't quite got to the stage where I know what we're going to say.
Right. But I was talking, so just let me finish. Right, so
it's the burger thing has really annoyed him.
This is what I was going to finish by saying. He'll be up for it.
I agree.
There you go.
Yeah, do you agree?
I agree with that. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, to be honest, I would change so much at halftime. Not that anyone's asked me. I would completely transform this. The formation isn't working. I don't want Brewster out wide. The guy's not a winger. He's done as well as he can do, and some of the balls he's played in have been really clever and intelligent. He's obviously up for it. Like I think Ollie McBurney would be as well, but it hasn't quite worked. It is a nice idea to have what we've got, like 10 strikers on the pitch, but it hasn't worked. And really, because we didn't have the preseason, I think we need to stick with 3 at the back. I mean, and get used to gradual change rather than straight away we're going 4 at the back. This is how you play it now. Because we haven't kept the same defence 2 games in a row from preseason right through to now. How can they possibly get used to playing with each other when they played 3-5-2 from 2016? They're suddenly playing a different formation every other game.
But Hal, at the same time, we've defended well in this game. We've not put a foot wrong. So I think Slav will see that and he'll carry on playing this defence. And if we go and don't concede a goal in this game, that 4 will stay. There's no way he'll bring anyone in because that is a team that's not conceded a goal. So I hope that's the case. I hope we carry on and don't concede goals. And this is the defence, because I quite like this defence. We've defended really well, to say that we've been under the cosh for such a long time as well.
It's different, though. It's not been, Robert, has it? It's not been under the cosh, has it? It's been under a possession cosh, which would be a posh.
Under the cosh.
Yeah, it's not like Swansea's threatening the goal at all. Again, they've got 4 shots, but none on target. They really like to pass it around us, and that really hasn't threatened us. I do think, Hal, you make an interesting point on going to 3 at the back. I want to say if we can bring in a left wing back, that might help us, because I've made a fancy little diagram pregame let's see right there. Yeah. So you can see this is kind of everybody's natural positions and what they're familiar with playing. You've got Burke over there on the wing. You've got, our 3 strikers, Didsey a little deeper. Baldock's comfortable on the wing, but there we go. Robinson, more of that central defender. Yes, he has played in that left fullback position before, but really Berga hasn't ever played on this left side. Norwood's played in the middle of the midfield. So we don't have anybody on the left side of the midfield. And we saw that in the first half. All of the play, if it went through the midfield, was going down the right. It was Baldock got the ball, pass it to Berga, into McGoldrick, and then up to Brewster. And so by the time it got to the left side, it was forward. It was in the opponent's final third of the pitch. So that might be one change I'd make, is to just switch to the back 3, only to have a natural left back so we can exploit that side of the field, because we're doing nothing over there right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Bang on. Bang on.
Quite agree. I love the fact that you came prepared with your own props. It's been a long time since someone on our channel has done that. I remember Johnny did that from Shoreham View with the back of a pizza box. But other than that, we've never had anyone bring their own props. I do appreciate that. You see, I spend as much time doodling like that, Robert, for my Football Manager team, when in reality, I really should be concentrating on progressing my career. But, hey, we all have our own priorities. So you think then, I think we are all in agreement that actually Slav, whether we think he should or not, will come out second half with the 4 at the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've done nothing wrong.
No, you're right. And actually, we haven't looked like conceding, but I think that's actually due to Swansea's impotency rather than anything from the Blaze defence. We haven't looked culpable. We haven't looked like we're about to make mistakes. I think there's mistakes in this Swansea team, and we need to actually be alive to that and test this keeper Bender more. He's a good keeper, but as I said in the first half, he's not as good as Aaron Ramsdale. Test him from distance. They've tried to test Rammers from distance, but they don't have the accuracy. I think we've got the players who, on their day, do have the accuracy, and I want to see Ollie Norwood get a lot more involved, because this is a game about passing. They've done the passing, but we need to actually take the game to them in this second half, and it can be a game of possession. We had the most possession opening weekend. They had the second most. Let's have the most.
Yep. And speaking of Norwood, we just need to keep the free kicks and the corners coming. One of these is going to connect. We had Egan get his head on a couple. I'm confident that if we get another 4 corners and another 3 or 4 free kicks, one of those is going to go in this second half. So that'd be my prediction. If I had to say anything, no changes, but we're going to score from a set piece.
Well, we're back underway. If you are just joining us, 45:15 on the clock. Robert from Ohio, we will thank you as ever for joining us at halftime on the Sheffield United Way. Watch along, and do tell your friends to follow me on Twitter.
Thanks, guys. Go follow Hal.
Top man.
Cheers, Robert. See you, mate.
What a way to end. Great. Go follow Hal.
Cheers, Robert. Get out.
Get out. Right, so it's still 4 at the back with Baldock, Basham, Egan and Robinson, Berger and Norwood in midfield, as I predicted. Then we've got Burke, McGoldrick and Brewster with Sharp. So it's the same. It's as you were, Nick, which is what you speculated and you're spot on.
Yeah, as I predicted. I think you've said that about 15 times in this video.
I like people to know I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, occasionally you do. Occasionally. Not when you're talking about Norwegian guys' names, though. But anyway,
it's definitely Xander Berge.
Get away. Anyway, we're back underway, aren't we? So let's talk about the game. Billy Sharps got on the ball and gone to ground very easily, and we've won a free kick. Happy about that.
He played for that. He felt something in his back from Cooper, and he's gone down.
What was that something?
Well, in an unrelated message, we are sponsored by Manscaped today. Use the code TSUW for 20% off and free shipping. Nick, by the way, making half and half scarves ready for that Huddersfield game.
Yeah, you keep talking about these half and half scarves. Do you see the Man United Leeds half and half scarf in the crowd?
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, it was terrible. It was.
You don't do it for a derby.
Question for you. Sander Berge, why does he keep standing over these kicks? Like he's going to take it with his left... No, but he's taking it with his left foot.
Yeah, he's not going to, is he?
No.
It's going to be Ollie Norwood.
Stupid.
Oh, well, what a surprise. Sander doesn't take it. Norwood does. And it's not a bad delivery either, but the Swans, 2 occasions, get it clear, but only as far as gorgeous George Baldock, who kicks the ball high up in the air. Olympiacos will not be impressed with that. And then Swansea can get it away, but again, only to George Baldock. This is Baldock trying to take his man on and succeeding. Chance to actually get the ball into the box now for George, but he hasn't got enough options in there, despite the Blades having 4 strikers on the pitch. Sander Berge a bit patient with his play. Hope that Jokanovic really laid into him at half-time and told him to play the way we know you can.
Oh, it was nearly through then, nearly giving it George. Oh, he's away. Down the wing.
Brilliant.
Into George.
Superb from Sander Berge there. That's what we've been after from the first half. Good cross in. This is a chance, and Bender comes out and claims.
Good take.
Simon, thank you very much. $5. Robert's halftime analysis worth a few bucks. He's great, isn't he, Robert? Absolutely. We absolutely
surely offside. Oh goodness.
He's definitely offside. Swansea were trying to break there through low, but yeah, clearly offside. 48.03. If you are just joining us, my back's gone. How's your back, Nick? We're both old men.
Mine's in bits, mate. But mine was bad before this. It was still offside, I believe, but it was closer than I thought.
No VAR.
Yeah, that's great, especially when players handball the ball when you definitely should have got a penalty. But anyway,
we can't be relying on a penalty at home against Birmingham to get a point. Got to do more, and we've got to create more in this game as well. Berger, I can already tell you, he's going to have a better second half. Berger,
not Berger.
Sander Berge. Matthew Hayes says
sounding more and more like Borat. Sander Berge.
My wife. I'm at work, so don't have volume on. Well, I mean, that's largely completely redundant for what we're doing. But huge congrats on the 13K, gents. You deserve it more than anyone. We can actually slag Matthew off then because he can't hear what we're saying.
I was just thinking the same.
Great minds think alike, and so do ours. Here's a chance in for Swansea to put that ball into the box, which they do. This is dangerous. They've got bodies flying forward with Downs playing that ball into the edge of the area. You expect to see a lot more on this occasion, on this side, I was about to say, of their...
well done, Rian.
Latibodaire, however you say his name. Latibodaire, the right wing-back. That's a foul on Sander Berge, a real crunching challenge from the captain, Matt Grimes, and quite rightly a free kick, and possibly could have been a booking because that was a really, really bad challenge.
Yeah, I think he actually won the ball. He didn't need to do that, but he followed through and kneed him in the face, it looked like. That's definitely what Ollie Norwood was suggesting there because he were putting his knee up. You could see what he was saying, but yeah, not a very nice challenge, that. And
no apology from Grimes either. It's other Swansea players who were around Berger. He's just getting the wind, I think, back in his sails is probably the best way to put that. Lowe having a conversation with Keith Stroud. It will not change his decision.
He looks like a chav anyway, Grimes. What a chav. Get out of the way.
What's Steve saying? Here we go. I'm glad he's getting booked. I said that was a booking. As I predicted, Steve saying, one day someone will pronounce Lise Mousset right. The S is silent, so it's pronounced Lee.
Lie.
Will it be Lee? He's saying Lee. He's not called Lie, unless that's a lie. Unless Nick is saying, Steve,
Ooh.
lie.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, thanks. By the way, we're stunned. This is the most silent we've been since last season. Lee Mousse. I mean, it just sounds wrong, doesn't it? It sounds like someone from Rochdale.
Yeah, it does. Lee Mousset.
Ball, good ball forward on 50, 55.
Sanders going wide.
Here's a chance for Berger. It's a poor ball. I have to say it was slightly underplayed from Billy Sharp, and Sander Berger wouldn't have the opportunity to take it forward because the defender was lying down. But poor pass from Swansea. Good touch, I think, from Sander Berger if he meant it. And we can keep this alive. Sander Berger, little wind still out of his sails, but here's the chance. That cross. Not a bad one either. Shot from Rhian Brewster, and it's always rising on the volley. 51-21. If we're ahead, you can pause up. If TV's ahead, you can pause your TV.
Absolutely. Lee Mouet. Absolutely, I do. Definitely. Oh, Billy Sharp, though, here. Just a little bit more on it, and he's away. Poor ball. And that's two that he's done in this game where we could have been one-on-one. It was the one for Ollie Burke in the first half, and then that one. His link-up play has never been his strong point, let's be honest. But balls like that, they need to be better. It's not rocket science to play those balls through, to put the right amount of oomph on it.
Oomph, great word. Totally agree. We're on 52. Bang on the nose. Get level with us. Ball played in. Not a bad one. Here's a chance for Swansea. Great defending.
Well done, George.
It's gorgeous George Baldock who sees that cross come in, intercepts it, finds his best buddy, Sander Berger, and it will roll out for a throw-in in their own half of the Blades. It came off Manning.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. Obviously, George used to be really good mates with Lunny, didn't he? And I'm thinking, now he's gone, who's going to be mates with? But obviously, Sander Berger, they're like bezies, aren't they? I love it.
Well, what if Sander Berger goes?
George Baldock goes.
Well, I think that it could start to look like whoever's friends with George Baldock, their time is numbered.
Yeah.
Stay away from boulders.
Yeah, absolutely. And but if you said that to a few women, I don't think they'd take you up on that.
No, he has the handsome face of George Baldock.
He's got a handsome Greek face.
Well, as I was about to say, he could represent Greece, and I reckon if COVID-19 hadn't happened, he already would have played internationally for Greece. He said that has complicated things. Right, we're on the right-hand side. Swansea again starting to turn the screw, and here's Matt Grimes, the captain. Will he fancy another pop shot from distance? He does.
Yeah, another one over. Oh, we're fine with that.
3 of them for the Jacks so far. They're not doing any damage with shots like that. It's absolutely fine to keep taking those. Ramos really could have had a deck chair out so far today.
Yeah, he could have done. He's not made one save, has he? He's not been close to making a save either. That's probably the closest shot that they've had, and that went considerably over the bar.
It did. It absolutely flew over the bar. Where are the Blades fans at this stadium? I haven't actually seen any of them.
They're behind the goal. I don't know, actually. Is it this one that we're playing towards now?
I think so. We are playing from right to left. If you are, I was about to say listening like it's on the radio, but we've already had Matt saying he's watching without listening, which really isn't the point. It should be called a listen along, really.
It should do, yeah. We're there, but we're behind the goal that we're shooting into now.
Spot on. There we are with the flags.
Yeah. With the pink shirts. Did you see the comment on Twitter about the Wednesday fans saying, "Oh, at least we didn't have pink shirts," and then literally the day later, pink shirts.
And they signed a player called Sal.
Yeah, brilliant. It's just great. Oh, Didzy did not need to do that. Went straight through the back of Swansea player, and I think he did look for it, but at the same time, you can't go bowling into someone through the back and expect it not to be a free kick.
No, Didzy brought his ladder with him and climbed all over the back of, oh God, here he is again, Latter Bode.
That dude, 22.
Number 22. I mean, if we sign Ronaldo Vieira, what are we going to call him?
Vieira, I suppose.
Yeah, do you not think? Because he's quite a tricky name, isn't it? I mean, I remember a lot of Blades struggling with certain foreign names we've had in the past.
Yeah, but the thing is with that's 2 players that we know about, Ronaldo and Vieira. So we can't get that wrong. We're not going to be saying Vieira or something like that.
I do remember a guy near us when we had season tickets who called Vasilis Bobokis Bobski.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that, actually.
So I don't know how he would handle Ronaldo Vieira. But here we go with Swansea trying to break forward, 55-25. The Blades, though, again, doing really well with George Baldock trying to find Billy Sharp. He does hold it up well, but Berger's pass to absolutely no one. And Swansea can rebuild from the back. That was a really disappointing pass, Nick, when in a good position.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that Sander Berger's going to be playing for us all season, if I'm being honest, mate.
I see what you're saying.
Looking like this, he's been really poor in this game. I don't think he's done one thing really good up to now.
Yeah, he's just not been on it today. He's not had quite the game he'd have wanted, and he needs to play well if he wants to advance his career. But I think he can advance it with Sheffield United and be back in the Premier League next season by putting in stellar performances. Here's David McGoldrick dropping very deep as he likes to do, as is his wont. And the Blades keeping that very close possession, but dropping, in my opinion, too deep at the moment.
Yeah, I think Robinson did really well there, to be fair. And I don't think he's had a bad start to the season. I think he's done quite well. And I wouldn't have anyone else at left back right now. I'm really enjoying seeing him there, having that. Like, he's not getting forward, he's not flying forward, but I don't think he would be anyway, even if we did have most of the ball, because of how many players that we've got attacking at the moment. But Billy Sharp there did really well. Really, really well. He saw the player coming towards him and then took a little tumble when they went together. Yeah,
I think it was a foul, to be honest. I think Billy Sharp was completely outmuscled there and, clear, blatant free kick. We're on 57:02, and it looks like we're going to see two changes. The industrious Ben Osborne, or the industrial Ben Osborne, if he starts man Adam, and Ollie McBurney, pal, who has done many things right in his career. The main one, of course, being blocking Nick on Twitter.
Yeah, absolutely. Who's he coming on for? That's the thing. Oh, that's poor. That's really poor. We're in a good position. Even play it short, get it out wide and get a ball into the box. That is not a good place to cross a ball from where that ball was, where Sharp was fouled. Oh, absolutely. He's never taking Brewster off.
Well, Brewster's touch map suggests he played on the left wing, which is where he was asked to play. In my opinion, as I said, he's not a winger. I don't want him playing there again. I wouldn't take him off. We know how hungry he's going to be to score against Swansea. And if he could get something going with Ollie McBurney like he did at Swansea, I think there could be a lethal partnership together in the Championship. Is it just a quiet word? Is it a quiet word from Slav? SJ to RB.
I think that was the right decision. Honestly, I think Sharp is done okay, but that final ball hasn't been good enough. And I do think if he gets that chance, he will score. But I think, Ollie McBurney, fresh legs, big lad up top, can whip some balls into him, get his head on the ball. Hopefully, he'll get the winning goal against his old team. And also, Ollie Burke coming off.
John Egan takes the captain's armband as Billy Sharp is replaced by Ollie McBurney, pal. Oliver Burke goes off and Ben Osborne is brought on. This will, I think, clearly indicate a formation change.
Yep, and I'm blocking someone. There we go. Gone, pal.
I don't mind him calling me middle class. That's not an insult.
No, there's a few other things on there. Don't worry, he's gone. He's gone. I'll look after you, Hal.
Thanks. You. I don't read. Good. Right, we're on 58. The way it generally works, by the way, is you can insult me all you like, and I do not care. We are at 0-0, as you can see on the screen here. And if you are just joining us, you can pause us to get level with your TV, or if you're watching on a stream, you can also pause us to get level with that. And the same thing is you could fast forward us. The thing is, you can do things with us that just because we're live, don't think you can't do. We're on Twitch, we're on Facebook Live, and we're on YouTube, and you can do it on all of those. We were on Twitter last season, but we got rid of that because not much done that. Ball crossed in, going to be defended well. We're glad Ryan Brewster hasn't gone off, and he's already linked up with Ollie McBurney, who gives the ball away. He's forgotten which team he's playing for. And Swansea, the side he supports, now have possession just on the edge of the area. This is dangerous with Matt Grimes, the captain, lays it back to Downs, who's actually had a very good game. Downs, I think it's hard to pick a standout performer on either side in a game that's not been won for the neutral. Patterson, who's probably been certainly first half was Swansea's best player. Second half, he's not seen as much of the ball, and I'm very happy about that.
No, and it's quite funny that both teams from last week who kept the ball as well as what us and Swansea did, neither really playing that good football. It's all sideways and backwards.
James sums it up perfectly. It's currently boring.
Are we talking about the game or are we talking about us?
I think a bit of both. What are they doing? Make another change? I thought they were bringing on another goalkeeper there.
Yeah, I did. It looked like that, didn't it? It's obviously their the training top or
how many tops has he got on that isn't his proper top? Get ready, man. You got one job.
Exactly. And
we're an hour in
is
now.
A shocker of a cross.
Oh, he's done well, Latta Baudère, to keep it in. It was a really heavy cross. You're right, Nick, but he has kept it in, kept it alive, and Swansea are pressing down this right-hand side. But Jack Robinson's had a good game for me today, Nick.
Really, really good game. That's a really poor pass, and Swansea are back on the attack.
On the edge of the box, Ollie McBurney does not do well there. I thought he gave a foul away, to be honest, and I think so did Downs.
I'm not sure about that. It was a bit 50-50 for me, to be honest, mate. But they've not got the free kick. We're fine. Looks
Keith
like
Stroud agrees with you. Yep, Keith kissing Stroud certainly agrees. Let's see it again. Watching the replay now.
No, it's not a lot in that.
It's a push from McBurney, and then they're not really showing the push. And then it's the leg from Ollie Norwood. The studs just left in. It was completely accidental. There's no way that Oliver Norwood meant to do that.
Yeah, but you do know if this was a Premier League game, we'd be looking at that for another 10 minutes, wouldn't we?
Yeah, 2 reds for that in the Premier League on VAR.
Yeah, stupid. Really is. But it was nice to see Leeds get absolutely hammered. Just saying.
I was watching the Peterborough Derby game, so...
Yeah, I've got a lot of people that support me who are Leeds fans.
Well, I do, but also I'm aware that my dad's watching, and he doesn't like to know the scores in the Premier League because he likes to watch Match of the Day without knowing the scores. So I had lots of things in my head there without trying to say anything. Right, here's a chance for Lowe. Oh, this is great skill. Can he get past his man? Yes, he can twice and get a shot away, which he does. It's a good save, the first real meaningful save that Aaron Ramsdale's had to make, and it's on 63, and he loves it. He's well up for it. Aaron Ramsdale lets out a shriek of joy as he denies Lowe. Good play from Swansea. That's the first time I've ever thought they were going to score in this game.
I know, and it was Bash. Bash lost his man there. He ran off him. I don't know if that was a shout of joy or if that was a shout of, why have you let him shoot so easily from there to his defence?
Probably a combination of both. He probably went, joy, why have you let him shoot from there?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard anyone shout, joy!
That's how I do that. I also let people know when I'm having a good time. I say, good time.
I bet you do as well. You definitely do that.
If I find something funny, I say, lol. Do all of that.
Yeah, LMFAO.
Yeah, I've never done that, don't worry. Right, Swansea are making changes there. This goalkeeper is being brought on. And it looks like did they take Lowe off?
I don't know, mate. I was too busy talking to
you. Do you know what the manager says, Russell Martin, when he's ready to take Lowe off? He goes, get low, get low, get low, get low. And then the players go and get him. Yeah.
All right. Oh, I see. Oh my God, I didn't even get that at first.
Get low, as in get him. Oh. Right, here's a chance for Ollie McBurney, pal. Was he fouled just on the edge of the box? Keith Stroud says no. McBurney incandescent with rage. He's grown the beard back as well, Nick. Big news.
I like it. I'm a big fan of the beard, obviously. I'm glad he's got hair as well. I hated him with the skinhead.
Putting Bender under pressure. And not bad pressure either. The Swansea defence dallying in the box on 64 minutes. And the Blades, who did that in the first half with David McGoldrick, nearly doing it again. They've not learned their lesson. And United did not utilise that opportunity to their advantage. A complete waste. It was pressure from McGoldrick. It was pressure from McBurney. And Swansea just messing about in their own box. Pressure on. But we need to create our own chances and not rely on Swansea making errors. Now here on the left-hand side is Ben Osborne. We'll have to try and work out exactly where he's playing today. I can't believe it would be the same place as Rhian Brewster, Nick.
No, I have no idea now. It looks like we may have gone to a 4-4-2 possibly, because Didzy's definitely playing in a more advanced area.
It's Didzy and McBurney up front.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Exactly. 2 up top. Brewster looks like he's definitely playing on the right wing. Right midfield, should I say.
Oh, it's not right. It's not. He's going to be fuming if he ends up staying out there all season. No. He's not have a chance to score a league goal if that carries on.
But he doesn't look like he's annoyed about it. He's just getting on with it, and that's what we want to see.
29 league appearances for Rhian Brewster. No league goals. League Cup, though. 1 appearance, 1 goal.
Yeah, let's just play him in the League Cup.
Play on, says Keith Stroud, after that foul on Chris Basham. Good to see Basham back. We both said that. And we're really pleased for Bash, Choo Choo Basham, the song that everyone's talking about.
Exactly. Good ball out wide to Osborne. Can he put a good ball in, though? He's in!
Oh, he can, and it's not bad either from Ollie McBurney, pal. And did he get a touch there?
I think that came off a Swansea lad.
Pyro
Surely.
on for Swansea. The new signing, I believe. Yeah. Was that the lad who came on? I'll get that confirmed for you.
Go and get it confirmed. It's a good ball into the box. I don't know. I don't know where it's gone. Who's it come off? You can't even tell. You can't tell. And I think we've got a corner from this. Yes, we have.
Yeah, Joel Pyro on for Jamal Lowe, as I...
A lot of grabbing there.
Suspected.
Poor ball into the box.
First man.
Go on, George. Have a go.
George Baldock doesn't need to have a pop from there, Nick. Let's be honest. We want to try and work this. Let's get a low drilled cross into the box. Didsey using his skill, and he's got so much of it that he can keep that ball, retain possession. Back to Sander Berger on the right-hand side.
There we go.
Oh, he's overcooked it, and there's no chance for Gorgeous George to get on the end of that. And the Blades, maybe they would have been better off having a sighter from 40 yards from George Baldock, because that was not the right pass, Gromit.
No. Do you know what? Like you said, even if that was a perfect pass, I'm not sure Baldock would have got to that, because the defender did really, really well on cutting him off.
Yeah, jockeyed it superbly. Always a chance to see if we recognise any Blades fans. We know we've got a few followers and fans forum regulars that are in attendance today.
Yeah, I can't see anyone that I recognise, which is really annoying. Every time you look at a crowd with Sheffield United fans in there, you expect to see someone like a Leonardo DiCaprio. Yes, we both did it at the same time.
We both did it. So much closer to that 1 year anniversary.
Yeah. Right. Come on
Didsey
now. Aussie on the wing.
It off to the industrious Ben Osborne. Poor cross on the left-hand side. And it's all going to be won back by Ben Osborne. He's done brilliantly. The Swansea clearance, and it's a foul. The referee's saying it's a foul. So foul in the box, 67-23. If you're trying to keep up with us, that's where we are. 0-0. If you're not a Swan, you're not a Blade, you're not enjoying this.
No, it's a tight game, this, isn't it? It's squeaky bum time, massive.
Tight as a Swan's backside.
Yeah, this is going to be one goal will win this game, and I've got a feeling a goal will come at some point. It's not going to finish 0-0.
One goal will win this game. And, I think Rhian Brewster, I sense it.
Yeah, from that right wing.
From that right wing, he's going to cut inside. He's going to ping it on his weaker left, top corner, and he's going to go on a tear for the rest of the season. He's got the confidence now after the goal against Carlisle.
Yeah, hopefully. He's looked good in this game. I know he's not had too many shots. Don't even know if he's had one shot, in all honesty. But he's looked decent when he's been on the ball. He's tried. He's tried. But yeah, to no avail just yet.
Poor pass from Swansea, as they don't really give themselves too many opportunities. I thought if we'd just left that, Manning's not getting to it, but the Blades managed to force a throw in to the Swans on halfway, playing it back and keeping possession. That's what they've done. They have been very, very good at just keeping the ball without ever, apart from that one low shot, threatening.
No, and do you know what? Every time they play this daft playing out from the back, Dids is away. Come on, Dids.
Oh, it's a dreadful shot. It was poor play from Swansea. We said how good they were in possession. They have looked like they've got an error in them. It was something we spoke about at halftime. Again, a misplaced Swans pass. Well read. The ball through to Didsey was a good one. He took his shot very early. You know, we're not against an early shot, Nick. It's something Lee Mousset is famous for. But Didsey there did everything wrong. Leaning back, ignoring his strike partner when there was an option to cross the ball. Not great.
No, definitely not. I'd like to see Bogle come on. I really would.
I would as well. I saw him on the bench there.
We've only made 2 subs, haven't we? We've only made 2 subs up to now.
Yeah, get Bogle on. And, if we can play Rhian Brewster on the right wing, we can play Jayden Bogle on the right wing.
Oh, definitely. I think you'd rather see Bogle on the right. Maybe get Didsey off. And put Brewster up top and then put Bogle on the right. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, that's where I was going with that, although Berger's not played well enough to really warrant continuing in this match. Perhaps he's got a knock or something, or it is just a case of just having an off day, because he was so good against Birmingham. He's not been quite at it for this one. 70 minutes, we're on 70-07, and Swansea with Downs going to play that ball back. They're just about possession, Swansea. It seems to be that is their MO, and I can't imagine it's going to be super enjoyable to watch this season, perhaps from both teams, because that seems to be the same way that we're trying to play at home as well.
Yeah, and really, watching Swansea really feels like us last week, doesn't it, really?
It's completely, yeah. This is Patterson tries to get the ball in, and Rammers will take that at his near post. It's not been a good game. It's been a poor game all over. And the one goal we keep saying we'll win it because, and it'll come from an error as well, because there just doesn't look like being goals in this game.
No, there really doesn't. Not at all. I don't like seeing Didsey so high up the field. I want to see him in a slightly deeper role where he can dictate play and get it out wide and find those killer passes. I don't think he's at his best when he's playing as one of the furthest forward strikers.
Agreed. What do you think of that from a song from Rich?
Oh, yes, sir. We've got Bogle. Is that the one?
Yeah, how would it go after that?
Bogle.
Needs a bit of work. Liam Cullen, the Tenby native, is going off. The striker has been invisible, young Liam Cullen. And Whittaker is on. So let's see what Whittaker can do. He's got the range. I'll give him that.
What does that say, Hal?
The crossbar needs to be raised when Chef Patak. Absolutely. That is great to see. Obviously a legacy follower, Adriano. We do appreciate you legacy followers who were with us for the watch-alongs for last season and get the in-jokes. Here is Jackie Longthrow, who's looked at his option with Ben Osborne in front, decided to go back to Ollie Norwood on this left-hand side. The Blades will work it back into their own half, and then brilliant play from Choo Choo Basham. And here's Oliver Bernie Pal. He's played the ball. Oh, he's missed it. How's he missed it?
It's offside.
It's offside, but how has he missed it? He's got to score there. He didn't know he was offside when the shot was played through. Oh, he's got to do better, Nick, for me. He's got to do better.
And he is onside. He's onside as well.
VAR. If he'd scored, we'd be going absolutely mental. But as it was absolutely dreadful finish.
It's a good save, to be fair, but he should be scoring that. Oh, man. Sick of it.
Thank you, Liam.
Thank you, Liam. We just need a goal.
Well onside. Dreadful finish. Bender, I suppose we could give some credit. The German goalkeeper, he did well, but he's on a plate. And actually, Didsey's not had a good game today.
No. I wonder when was the last time we didn't score in the first two games?
Well, in terms of first away game, we've only won 2 of the last 31. The last time we won away, our first away game was 2011 against Oldham. It's been a long old poke since we last won our first away game of the season. We're not traditionally good in this game. We're certainly not traditionally good away at Swansea. The last win at Swansea, 1958, back when they played at the Vetch Field, Boyo.
Not the Sheep Field.
Not the Sheep Field. Thank you, Nick. Yes. 73-34, if you want to get level with us. Here is Downs. He's had a good game for Swansea. Seen a lot of the ball. And that's it. Commentator's curse, but working the right way this time.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. Come on, Ollie. Oh, I hate that. When McBurney's running for the ball and somebody kind of charges him to stop him from running towards the ball, it really grinds my gears, that. Because really, that could be given as a foul. That could be given as a foul, really, couldn't it? Let's be honest.
Okay, Ewan's added to it. Oh, yes, sir. We've got Bogle. With his pace, flair, and bleach blonde hair. Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's it.
That's good. Take a boost on.
Screenshot that so we don't forget it.
Bobby, take a screenshot. Can you do it? I don't know how to take a screenshot. I'm nearly 40, man.
Mate, print screen. Have you never?
It doesn't. I have to press FN and print screen. Have you seen how big my hands are?
You're not salad fingers, are you?
I'm definitely not salad fingers. No chance. I can't reach the 2 whilst also holding a microphone. Anyway, Ewan.
Or I could just say, Ewan, can you WhatsApp it me? There you go. Done.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
Yeah.
Just Ewan, like why don't you send it me on my Twitter at JNC Pod. Tell your friends, give us a follow.
Oh, well done, Rian. Rian playing right back now.
He's actually behind Gorgeous George, and he is. Gorgeous George saying, "No, you clear it. You're the defender." And Brian says, "No, I'll play you into trouble instead. You want to play him in like that?" George does get out of trouble on 75, bang on the nose. You can pause us if we're ahead. You pause your telly if that's the score.
Yeah, absolutely. I've still not received it, Ewan. Come on, sort yourself out. Anyway, Ollie McBurney, pal, not looking happy. He's getting bumped.
Nice.
It's a daft thing to do. All he's doing he's winding him up, isn't he? That's all Manning's doing. He's just winding Ollie McBurney up and he's biting.
Old Manning River knowing exactly what he's doing. And Ollie McBurney, pal, falling for it. Not being impressed early biscuits with the display from Ollie McBurney. We need to see a little bit more from him. He needs to be a bit cuter and a bit cleverer to actually beat a defender in that instance.
Yeah, but at least he's not being a chicken.
At least. Yeah, no, he's been... Well, I don't know if it is that brave, actually, just haul someone down when their eye's on the ball.
That's true. That's true.
Right, 75-57. And Swansea have it in their half, bringing it into the Blades half. And the industrious Ben Osborne will do really well to find Didsey. That's an interesting pass from Ollie Norwood, asking quite a lot of Ollie McBurney. That wasn't his fault. He would have done very well to win that. And Swansea have the ball back. I thought Norwood could have played the ball on the deck there.
Yeah, definitely. Ollie McBurney must hate being that striker that's brought on in the last few minutes to just be a physical presence. I remember Peter Crouch talking about that on the podcast. He hated being that guy, the big lad that they just brought on when they needed a goal. And Rhian Bruce has been brought off.
Not the change I'd have made. He's looked more creative than any other Blade today, you could argue. Do we know any Blades? Have a quick look. I'm starting to think I don't know anyone who supports Sheffield United.
No, same here.
I don't recognise any. Who are these people? They've hired them. It's like North Korea. They just hired these fans. Because I don't recognise any of them.
Let's talk about... Do you think if Rhian Bruce was put through one-on-one like Didsey was, he'd put that in the back of the net?
Yeah, I think on the confidence after that Carlisle goal.
So why is Didsey not either drop back or come off and Bruce has gone up top?
I could see Didsey doing a job on the right, but I can't see Brewster doing long-term a job on the right. I think he did one for the team today, took one for the team and put in a proper shift. Well played, Rhian Brewster. But yeah, he's better through the middle, surely. He's got to be. He's always trained as a poacher. You know, we remember Chris Williams, the Anfield rap guy that we had on our channel, telling us that he'd watched Rhian Brewster. He watches the youth games, and that Brewster is a stone-cold Gary Lineker finisher.
Yeah. But did you see that then?
Yeah, the foul on Ollie McBurney.
Absolutely smashed it ground.
Absolutely, it was a free kick. Should have been given. Stroud obviously not got eyes everywhere. Burney, for some reason, thinks it's time to do a Cruyff turn. It is not time to do a Cruyff turn.
Come on, Bash.
Bash gives the ball away, and now he's out of position. And Swansea can break here with the captain, Matt Grimes, who does now try and get that ball forward. They're pouring forward in numbers. 78 minutes. That ball's played out wide. This is danger. George Bordock does brilliantly to force that ball out, and Swansea will have to settle for a corner. It was Bidwell who was going to try and get that cross in. He's got 8 assists to his name in a Swansea shirt, Bidwell. So you don't want to let him, not this season, obviously, you don't want to let him try and get a ball in from there.
No, but it just showed how little Swansea have created in this game, because they had no confidence then to just take that on and create something. They just let us all get back. By the time Basham was back, by the time giving the ball away, anyway, the corner's come in, cleared it quite clearly, and Sanders going to get rid.
Not a bad clearance from Sanderberg, but we don't have Ollie Burke up there. Instead, for some reason, we're asking Ben Osborne to chase that. He's a lot of things, but he's not super quick.
No, and do you know what? It just feels like everybody's playing everywhere at the moment. It doesn't feel like there's a system.
It doesn't. And we've been used to a system since the Chris Wilder days, since we changed it, you know, after the boos at Millwall and that Gillingham game, and it's just been nothing but 3-5-2, 3-5-2 from root to stem, from the academy to the first team. That's what we've been training. Apparently, one of the things that was asked of all prospective managers was, can you play a 3-5-2? And Slavisa Kanovic will obviously have said, fresh blood. And also, yes.
Yeah, and aggressivity.
He does say that, and he does say fresh blood a lot. Right,
there we go, Sander. Come on, this is what we want.
He's being fouled there by Downs. Referee says, play. It's not a bad ball. Didsey's taken it from McBurney. McBurney would have had a clear header back across goal, and Didsey, he couldn't have known, but he takes it off him. He takes it off him, Nick. I think if that falls to McBurney, we're looking at 1-0. It would have gone straight back from whence it came.
I want to see this again, because I thought McBurney wasn't in as good a position. Nah, it wasn't. He had to go for it because the Swansea centre-back was just about to clear that.
Or maybe, yeah. Maybe now I see it again. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have just headed it away, wouldn't he? But good point, though. the Swansea defender would have had to do something there, but
He'd have had to do
I'd
something, and maybe he makes a mistake. Chance for Swansea. Oh, it's a very poor cross. That's
Shocker.
Easy. 80 minutes, 23. I'll let you know when we're on 81, so you can try and get level with us if you are just joining. New people joining all the time and getting disappointed seeing our faces rather than the game. It is 0-0.
Absolutely. We're on 13,031.
Please hit subscribe. Please hit subscribe.
We've gained 1 subscriber in about half an hour after all those flooding of subscribers that came in earlier on. Come on, guys, subscribe, like the video, do what you got to do.
One thing I have realised is promoting anything on Twitter just doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. Absolutely
no, it doesn't. Oh, is that the ball?
What a
It
ball.
is a great pass from Ollie McBurney on the left-hand side. We're on 81.04.
Don't you dare shoot on your right foot. What are you doing, man?
Ben Osborne cuts inside from the left, and on his chocolate foot, he decides to shoot from...
Bogle was coming in at that back stick.
8 yards.
Watch Bogle here. He's all alone on his own, asking for it. And then he's still there. Ollie McBurney as well. Ollie McBurney, far post.
Completely the wrong option. I don't know what Ben Osborne is thinking. He's a good player, Ben Osborne, but he's not known for his long-range shooting on his right foot when he had 2, nay, 3 players steaming forward into the box. Very strange decision.
Yeah, it's still early on in the season, though, but he's reading comics if he thinks he's scoring from there, Hal.
Absolutely. Big boy comics. Right, here's a chance for Swansea now. Can they break the deadlock? They're going to get a shot from distance.
Nah. Nowhere near that. Nowhere near.
Rama's had it covered. It's always going wide. And it's been a frustrating game. It's been frustrating for both sides. I think Swansea fans will possibly be concerned the fact that their team looked like Sheffield United against Birmingham, and will be concerned that we look like Birmingham against Sheffield United.
Yeah. Well, we've not been as good as Birmingham against Sheffield United, though, have we?
They had a game plan, didn't they, and executed it to perfection.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it was Ewan Johns that said it.
I was going to say that. I was like, you think you know all the Ewans? You collect all the Ewans. Here's a chance for the Blades with the ball into the box. 82 minutes 37. It's poor from Sander Berger there. He dilly-dallied on it and then didn't know what he was doing with it.
Get away.
I was going to say, might commit a foul there, Baldock, and he does. What was Berger doing?
I don't know. Just put it in the box, man.
Put it in the box. Was this a foul? Probably.
He jumped over his leg. He's jumped over his leg.
He put his arm back in to make sure I'm getting this foul, but he did it well. And sometimes
George jumped at him. He jumped at him, didn't he? And when you do that, you're always going to give a foul away, whether you touch him or not.
A fair few people who wouldn't mind George Baldock jumping at them.
I wouldn't mind, to be fair.
I wouldn't. He's a very handsome man. You know, I can appreciate, as a heterosexual man to another heterosexual man, I can appreciate a handsome chap. That's all I'll say.
Exactly.
Offside for the Swans. Blades not messing about, taking it quickly. So the cameraman decides to cut to the subs bench. Blades are on the attack. No one in the world, unless they're there, can see it. Who is in charge of this?
I'm guessing it's gone. It's gone back. No. We're still playing football. And the camera.
Stroud called it back because we have no idea what's going on. I mean, they were playing on. To be honest, we've no idea what the score is now.
We had 3 shots on target there.
I'd imagine we had at least 3. They were all from Ben Osborne on his chocolate foot from 50 yards.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. See, we've got 4
great
dislikes.
Challenge.
4 dislikes.
4 dislikes. Everything counts. Hit dislike. Right, here's a chance for David McGoldrick. Takes a touch, decides to cut back in. Not done too badly there at all. Here's Sander Berger. Needs to get back in this game. Plays the simple pass. Plays the easy pass. Not going to give the ball away. Going to get it back from Didsey. Then again, good pass. It's Jackie Longto doesn't take the opportunity or the initiative to bomb down the left like Jack O'Connell definitely would have done if being presented with the same opportunity. Ben Osborne tries to find Didsey, but he telegraphed that pass and he's lost out. And here's a chance for the captain for Swansea, Matt Grimes, to build from the back. They're in their own half, but they're coming forward on this centre circle. This is what I call danger time.
It is danger time. Absolutely. Do you think there's going to be a lot of injury time?
No,
neither do I. There's not been a lot of anything, really, has there? No. Obviously, no goals. There's been no injuries.
Well, that's why I think there will largely not be a lot of injury time due to the lack of injuries. There'll be probably 2 minutes as things stand, unless, of course, something changes. That's a poor header. And here's a chance for Swansea with really good play from Whittaker, the substitute. He is going to take a pop shot. They've loved them today.
Yeah.
It's not been the way, though. I'm sure that isn't Russell Martin, 35-year-old youngest manager in the Championship's MO.
Shocker.
Passing
Ben
from the
Osborne, that was awful. What is he doing? He's a professional footballer. He should be able to find that pass.
Since he's been brought on, Ben Osborne has not looked comfortable on the left wing.
No, exactly. It's shocking. Oh, it's just... He's not felt comfortable in the first 2 games. Is everything all right, Hal?
I'm reading comments. Yeah, while Swansea players are reading comics and having shots from distance. And they might be about to have another one. That's a great ball forward. And Rammers is going to come out and calmly collect and say, no chance. You've overplayed that. I've got this.
But why ain't Swansea been doing that rather than shooting from distance? Look at that. That's probably been the best. Oh, he's mile offside. But that's probably the best chance that they've had this game. And
yeah, he's a country mile offside. You get the QE2 in that gap. By the way, the ship, not Her Majesty. Here is Ben Osborne. He needs to do something because he's not had a great return to first team action. Playing in a different position, though, in fairness to the young man.
That's a good ball.
Great play from Sanderberger. Oh, that's a much better cross from Ben Osborne. Can it be one here?
Yes!
It's a great block. He took it down and was going to have a pop shot. It's a wonderful block from Swansea.
I want to see Jayden do something now. Come on, Jayden, lad.
Jayden Bogle playing on the right wing. We said many times last season he could. We got nothing but grief on Twitter for it. But here he is, up against the captain, Matt Grimes. Lays it back to Ollie Norwood. Plays the simple pass, which he should have done quite a few times today. The Blades being very patient in their build-up. Ollie McBurney, great ball.
Keep it in,
Jayden Bogle. Does he keep it in?
I
think he doesn't. I think it was just over. It was just overplayed from Ollie McBurney, and actually that killed the momentum. It was a shame. That was good football. This is going to end 0-0. It's got 0-0 written all over it now.
Yeah, I think you're possibly right now. Yeah.
Good play from Ben Osborne. Great chest down from Didsey. This was going in, but he never got a chance to get his shot away. It was really good from Matt Grimes. What minute are we in?
7th minute you in.
Yeah, if you want to be exact, we're 87-23, 24-25. Hopefully you can get level. Pause us. Pause your telly. Once you're level, don't touch it again. We're not on BT Sport, so we're safe.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not going to be on BT Sport all season.
Unless we're in the Cup.
Yeah, true. Unless we're in the Champions League.
Yes, did you hear Slavisa Jokanovic saying Swansea are a Champions League team?
Did he?
He did. He meant to say Championship team, but he said Champions League.
I thought somebody said that on Twitter earlier, and I thought it was because they were from a different country. I thought they were saying, we're in Europe or something like that.
What are your thoughts on the fact that not all Welsh teams can enter the English League, but Wrexham, Newport, Cardiff and Swansea can?
I don't really know the politics or the ins and outs of it, to be honest. But
it's simple as this. It's just historical.
Right, okay. I'd rather hear what you say.
I think it should be all Welsh teams can be part of the English League or none, not just a select. If they want to be, not just a select few. I think it's a very strange rule. It's a bit like if we just had 4 Scottish teams.
Are you trying to say get rid of all Welsh teams out of English football?
The opposite.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Merthyr Tydfil as well. I would like all Welsh teams to have the opportunity to be in the league. The opposite.
Yeah, like Barry Island. Get Barry Island in the...
No man is an island except Barry. And the Isle of Man. I suppose that man is an island as well. Right, here's Swansea. 89th minute. This would be absolute dagger stuff. Oh, no. It's a tackle which is going to run through.
Well done,
Swansea
Ben.
might have a chance here. Brilliant play. They're not. Oh, I think that Norwood didn't help his own cause. Keith Stroud saying, as Swansea were appealing for a free kick, no chance. That would have been right on the edge and would have been very much dangerous territory. But then Jayden Bogle does give away a free kick. This one, though, much further out. It's a foul on Manning. Manning, for some reason, grabs his eye. I'm not sure he got hit in the eye.
It's just a big scrap, isn't it, this last 10 minutes? McBurney pal scrapping with everyone on the pitch this time, not on the streets. Bogle scrapping, everyone just scrapping. Georgie Bulldog scrapping. And do you know what? When Danda came on, I didn't recognise him because he's not got the long locks anymore, has he?
He did score against us, didn't he? It's Bramall Lane.
He did. That's the only reason why. I think Bogle got fouled first there.
He did. Definitely got fouled first. That's the challenge from Norwood. Nothing in that. Get up, you girl.
You can't say that.
As soon as I said it, I was like, it's 2021.
Not in 2021, yeah.
Oh.
Maybe in 2012.
I was doing a Peter Kay joke. Obviously, not my own thoughts.
That's a
Ball
good
played
ball
in. It's a good ball. Oh,
my
Ramos is down.
God.
Ramos is not going to get this. But
Oh,
Blades
my
managed to
word.
clear it through the knee.
Inside for... Oh, he's gone. Oh, man.
Didsey will play it far too long for anyone.
What's Ramos not happy about? His Spider-Man gloves, I think.
He's not happy, is he? He's not happy about something.
No, he's going to go in...
I think he thinks he was fouled.
He weren't. Oh, he smashed Egan. He were in no man's land, mate. He were in no man's land. That's what it was.
If he did think he was fouled, it was by Egan.
Yeah, and it wasn't, was it?
No.
He came out and then he was like, oh, no man's land here. What do I do?
Chef Paul saying he hopes that Ronaldo Vieira can make a difference. We lack creativity. Well, I got news for you. Vieira's a great player and he'll make a difference, but he's not necessarily known for his creativity. I mean, I think he's got 2 goals in over 70 games. Not known for his assists either.
No, and do you know what? I think we've got some creativity in this team. We just need the confidence because at the moment they're all suffering with a lot of, well, a lack of confidence anyway. With Sander Berger just completely didn't know where that ball was going.
No. I mean,
it was like a child when, like my dad, when he used to like spin the ball when I was just about to kick it and miss it when I was a kid. He like the ball player, he ran towards it. I'm like, oh, that's going past me.
It was exactly like that. Ryan Manning getting man of the match, the Manning of the match.
He's been good. He's been very, very good, to be honest.
Luke Freeman is creative and he's on the bench. I don't know what he's got to do to get a chance, just saying.
I'd rather him on the pitch than Ben Osborne, to be honest, but that was very good by Ben Osborne.
I love Ben Osborne. I really love Ben Osborne, but I think he's a central midfielder. I think he's like a Monty type rather than a left winger as he's being asked to do today. Jaden Bogle, great ball in. No chance.
We'll take that corner. We'll take that. That's
no
fine.
Chance for Ollie McBurney, but an opportunity at the far post, and it is defended well. Do we know any Blades there? No, none at all. I know no Blades.
2 minutes left now, Hal. There were 4 minutes of injury time.
This is a question. Has any team in history of football as many strikers as us without the ability to score? Let's find out. Oh, Bender.
What is that? No, but what is that for a corner? That is the perfect ball for a keeper to catch in the 92nd minute.
If you are just joining us, by the way, that is the name of the Swansea keeper. We're in 93rd minutes. We've got 1 minute added on. It looks like it's got 0-0 written all over it.
Yeah, absolutely. Ben saying we need ball winners and leaders, not creativity. I'm not sure about that. I think we've already got leaders. I think we've already got leaders and we've got ball winners. But we've just not got... We're like
Egan, that. Sharp, Didsey, leaders, Basham. Oh, this is a decent ball in. Defended well.
George. Can we have a foul, please?
He's gonna keep that in. I thought he might let that run, but he realises that time is of the essence. And he hasn't really got too many choices, so he decides to go all the way back to Ramos, who's going to be pressured really quickly by Whittaker. He gets it clear quite well. But Bernie there, did he foul his man? No. Oh, and it wouldn't run, it wouldn't sit for Didsey, and this is going to just peter out into absolutely nothing, I've got to say.
Yeah.
I am concerned, Nick. I know it's early doors. I know it's early biscuits. I know we shouldn't be worried after 2 league games, but we look devoid of ideas. And actually, don't call me crazy. Do not call me crazy.
Crazy.
But... actually, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Right, say after the game.
I'll say it afterwards. I don't want to say it. It's a stupid thing to say. We've got 15 seconds left, and the referee will blow and put us all out of our misery. We just look really devoid of creating gilt-edged chances. We have created chances, and Didsey should have scored one that was given offside, which clearly wasn't. But his finish was dreadful. The Blades have had opportunities, but so have Swansea, but not clear-cut. Now, here's a chance in the final second. This will be it if it goes in.
Well done, Bash.
And Basham does brilliantly. Referee looks at his watch and says, I've seen enough and I cannot wait to get in the shower. That is it.
Well, that was dreadful.
It was Nathan Dyer, wasn't it?
It was, mate. It really was. And don't get me wrong, there were some okay bits of play, but no final product at all. And
would
do you know what?
That before?
Yes, I would have took a 0-0 draw, if I'm being honest. But I would be more gutted if I was a Swansea fan right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
I'm not being an arse.
I know what you mean. But I'm looking at that and I'm thinking Swansea are not going to be in the shake-up at the end of the season.
Well, you don't know, do you? You'd say we wouldn't be.
I would say. I'm also going to say that. I mean, Swansea.
This is only
where did Swansea
games.
finish last season? They finished 7th, right?
I thought Swansea were the playoffs, weren't they?
Were they?
Maybe they were. Maybe they were 7th.
I thought they just missed out. But anyway, if you finish 7th in the Championship, you always have a bad season the next season. That's a fact.
There you go.
There's only one team. There's only one team that didn't do that, and that was Swansea. But that was a while ago. Anyway, they finished 3rd the following season. Doesn't matter. The point is, we don't look great. They don't look great. It was always because the styles are so similar. Possession-based teams with the high press that can't score and don't create. Really, as I predicted in the match preview, a draw.
And as I predicted, they did finish in the playoffs. So
did they?
Yeah, they did. I think it's the final. Didn't they beat Barnsley in the semi-final?
I was following the Premier League last season.
Versus Brentford. I think they got knocked out by Brentford anyway.
Right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where they finished.
No, it doesn't. Let's be honest, it doesn't, does it?
I didn't even watch the playoff final.
Yeah, I did. I can't remember. I'm not really that bothered right now because, David's absolutely hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, it was poor. It was poor.
A pile of poor football.
No, we watched the Premier League last season. I did not follow the Championship at all. I'm a dreadful football fan, and I can only apologise. Steve, you're just fantastic. You're keeping the lights on at SUW. It's going to be a long slog. What are your predictions for the season based on our first 3 outings, Nick?
Oh, it's hard to say. I don't really want to say because it's going to be negativity. From the looks of this right now, I would say we're going to finish mid-table. But I know that there's more to come from this team. I know it's early days. I know that we're going to bring more players in. We're going to bring in fresh blood. And I know that these players that are devoid of any sort of confidence will get more and more confident as they score goals. But we just need that first goal.
Simon, $5. Thank you, gentlemen. I won't carry on like that. Out of town with our youngest at a tournament. Would you encourage Natalie to score a goal? I would, unless you're playing tennis, Natalie. But yeah, very best of luck in the tournament. That's fantastic. Thank you, Simon. Really appreciate your support. That's great.
Absolutely, Rob. Okay. I
mean, it's not, the signings are going to be key. The signing of Ben Davis will make a big difference. That'll shore up the back. Ronaldo Vieira will shore up the midfield, but we'll still be lacking in the one area, which is scoring goals. And that is, even back to kids football, that's how you win football matches. You score more goals than the opposition. And I thought Slavica Jokanovic was instantly going to get us being very attack-minded. And it looked on paper today like we would be. And it didn't pan out like that.
No, it felt weird that we had so many attackers on the pitch, but at times Billy Sharp was the only man forward. So it's like, wouldn't you rather have played Ben Osborne on the left wing and Bogle on the right wing, if that's what you were going to do? Or even Bogle on the right wing and Burke on the left wing? I just feel like, what's the point in playing 4 or 5 strikers or whatever it was, and then only play one as a striker?
So here's the stupid thing I was going to say.
Go on,
and it is really stupid, and it's just something that I'm just saying as a bit of a joke. It's almost tongue-in-cheek. It was more a question.
Go on then.
But with the form we finished in the Premier League, I felt, and I know you disagreed with this, I felt that Paul Heckingbottom deserved a chance to try and get us out of this division. Would you think we'd have started like this had we just kept Paul Heckingbottom giving him the job permanently? Is it a stupid thing to say? It's a stupid thing to say. Well, maybe it's not.
No, what you're trying to say is that we'd have more points on the board right now if Paul Heckingbottom was the manager.
Maybe, but the reason it's not a stupid thing to say is people have been commenting in here saying, if Slav did get sacked, what would happen? Well, Heckingbottom would get the job again. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. I think Slav's going to be great. He's a slow starter traditionally. Yeah. This is the start. He hasn't had the preseason. So once he's got his ideas across, we'll be fine. I think the thing Nick and I are concerned about is we've played 3 at the back, 4 at the back, 3 at the back, 4 at the back, then changed formation in game, put strikers out on the wing, started the game with 5 strikers, and not kept the same back line in a single game going back to pre-season. I think the concern is just a little bit that because of the lack of pre-season, he doesn't actually know his best 11.
No, that's absolutely bang on. But I think we've seen from previous seasons that Players that play well in pre-season don't always finish the season. And I think as the season goes on, different players come to the front, and we've got loads and loads of games left. We're 2 games into it. At least we're off the bottom of we're third bottom before this game. We've got a point that'll have pushed us up a little tiny bit. We've got off the mark. That's the main thing. But we need to score that first goal. We really, really do. And really, mate, we've not been that close to scoring a goal, have we? That's the disappointing thing. Didsey had a couple of opportunities today, one being offside. That was a one-on-one. A header that he was stretching for. But other than that, we've not had any clear-cut opportunities where it's like, oh, we should have put that away, we should have put that away. And that's the worrying thing.
Completely agree. Well, there you go. My stupid point is out of the way. It's more just to create conversation. I don't really think it. I wish you well for your match reaction, Nick.
Thank you, mate. I think it's time to go. Nobody wants us to carry on talking about this match because it was a dead game, as people say about your trim, a dead trim, Hal.
Thank you very much.
I've said that whilst
mine
my hair's
needs,
all over the place.
My hair needs serious work. I might actually get it cut before our big meeting.
Woo! That's exciting. I've got a present for you as well.
Oh, that is exciting. Well,
So
the real gift will be meeting you.
Oh, aren't you a little love?
It's a half and half scarf, isn't it? I know it is.
It's definitely a half and half scarf. Do you know what? When I have a half and half scarf for you, you're going to be so shocked.
I do own one half and half scarf.
Oh, Alex, go away, man. Go away, man. Go away. Go away. Don't want to hear none of that. Like, I love Chris Wilder to bits, but oh, Hal, you go away too.
I've heard, hey, worse things have been written in that chat.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. That's it. That's what we need, Archie. Bang on, mate. There we go. David Weir in. Get him back.
Well, David Weir actually won his first game, so
exactly. Under David Weir, we have more points
at this stage. Yes.
Yeah. Not after 12 games or whatever it was.
And we will be fine. Let's have a proper conversation. 15 games in, see where we are. Slav will have had a chance. The one thing I would say is, and then we'll go. Ben Davies was a target for Chris Wilder. Is it a coincidence he's also a target for Slavisa, or is this a board signing?
It does sound like a board signing, but it also could be an exciting signing.
It would be a good signing. I see what you did. Boring and exciting. But I do wonder how much Slavisa's had in say in this, because we know famously he didn't have his say in transfers at Fulham, and he did say one thing he would like is transfer say at this club. Is the first signing that actually gets across the door not his? Just a question, just throwing it out there. No idea. But it's a coincidence that he was a target from Wilder's back in pre-season last season. Yeah,
that is a worry. But at the same time, mate, I like Ben Davies. I think he's a very, very good player. But I think he would have been perfect to fit that Jack O'Connell role. We don't play that anymore, it seems. So why are we bringing him in? Is it to play centre-back? Is it to be a left-back? Is it to play three centre-backs?
If we're playing 4 at the back, we've actually already got Robinson, Egan, Basham, Lapata. When he's back, Jack O'Connell.
Stearman.
Got
it right.
You know what I'm saying, though? You know, we don't, because we're not playing 3 at the back. We wouldn't need necessarily that. There are other areas that need to be perhaps looked at first. Personally, I think Ben Davies will be a cracking signing, and we do need him. But I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, well, it'd be a cracking signing. I'm just amazed that it's the same signing that we were talking about back when we played Preston in pre-season over a year ago.
Yeah, I think that Ben Davies is probably a better defender than a lot of what we've got, to be honest. So, yeah, definitely want to see him through the door. I think he'll add a lot to our defence. But like we've said, we want to see attacking players. We want to see wingers. We want to see attacking midfielders that are going to kind of play those through balls that we miss. Don't we, Hal?
If we're going to be playing wingers like we did today, we're going to need to buy some wingers, yes.
Absolutely. Right. Let's leave it there, mate. Let's just leave it there. I'm sick of talking about this game and transfers and stuff. Do you know what? I was looking forward to not saying, oh, this has been a rubbish game, this has been a rubbish game. And do you know what? The first 2 have not been that enjoyable to watch.
No, only 2 shots on target, 8 attempts from both teams. Swansea only had 1. That was from low, and it was down low. And that's it. That's the story of the game. Done. There you go. I've done your match reaction for you.
Thank you very much, mate. So I'm going to go to bed now. Thank you for that. Right, well, let's leave it there, mate. Thank you very much for everyone being here. We've gained quite a lot of subscribers today. Before you go, make sure you like the stream because likes mean prizes, probably. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Me and Hal are going to... Actually, no, Hal's going to go to bed. I'm going to go and do the match reaction, so come and see me back in 10 minutes. I sound like a teacher now, don't I? Come and see me after the game, and I'll tell you about this match more than you've already heard. Oh, I can't be bothered. How am I going to get through 15 minutes talking about this game?
You can do it.
I will do it. Right. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Auf Wiedersehen.